Be right back.
Okay, we're about to get started here, folks.
Um, it says here that the date is the 27th of October 1328.
Yeah, I gave you an actual day and time, so now you know exactly what day you signed this.
Just one quick question though. What exactly happened like 30, around 1300 years ago that decided on that date? If you have that information yet.
I do, but we could probably explore that in game. It's like the after rebirth. Like I believe it's ARs, but it's the after rebirth, where the whole world got rebirthed again with these new Pantheons. So,
Okay.
there's probably some backline story with the old Pantheons, like the Raven Queen, that might date before that, which might intercede. So, anyway, welcome and warm winds to the Chaotic Calling stream, where we play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your DM, Starwind, and I'm going to be sending some adventures through the lands of Tynac Kingdom in Elsperia. Joining in on this adventure are Gideon Meadowlake, the Minotaur of Doom. Are you here, Gideon?
Yes, I am.
Alright, say hi.
Good.
Bar Willowhollow, mastermind of the Leashing Doom. And I think
Hey,
and I'm asking all the people who said be right back a second ago. Tezir Arkanani, shadowy sorcerer of darky gloom.
Hello.
Marcus Dreadknight, the warlock of the hexing blades of stabby stabs.
Oh, good evening. That's not my voice, but hello.
We will also be joined by Fernberg, the druid of shifting to the shapes of many beasts.
And by many, you mean one?
Well, he has two. But he
We've only
usually
ever seen
defaults to
one.
one. Yeah, because he's still looking for a specific beast. And then Bridget of Duskcrest, the follower of the Ravenly Divine, who should be joining us a little later. And today I don't believe Alamar is going to be able to join us, so we'll have him on background duty, so to speak. So, last time we were here in Tynac, we had to resolve an incident with the Manticore, who was holed up in a cavern that the group was exploring. Upon preparation, the group meets up with a very well-armed kobold named Visser. He informs the group he seeks to free his family, his clutch, from the clutches of the Manticore. Putting on a straight face, the group offers to help this little kobold and get his assistance in the upcoming fight. Sneaking about and trying to come up with a plan, the group finds a passageway sealed by a giant boulder of sorts, a round slab of rock. With efforts from Fernberg and Gideon, the pair managed to fling the round slab off the side of the passageway, and fight was available. The fight was ready to be done. Gideon rushes in, triggering the initial fire trap under the door. Bar, noticing the trap, decides to go to work. There's Duergar, there's Manticore seen in this area, and the Manticore seems to be fighting atop a large hill of dirt and rock and just above the Duergar. Placing spiky terrain in a similar fashion, the Duergar limit their movements and prepare javelins as the Manticore just flies straight above and spikes above the spikes and takes to the back and allow Duergar to cover the fight. Fighting ensues as Visser himself goes in and joins the fray, slicing down a Duergar blocking the entranceway. This seemed to catch notice of the group, as this was no ordinary kobold. He too was packing some heat to his attacks. The group continues their valiant fight, and with the Duergar and the Manticore finally finished, they claim victory and have a grand time. Offering of the Manticore head to Visser and the resting of the souls of the lost Duergar, the group departs from the entranceway of the cavern and head back to Shandor to claim rewards and turn in their findings. There, the group was offered a chance to become official, to become a company who would offer that would offer. Let me back up a second. To become a company that would be offer housing and proper jobs to keep the company financed to tend to their duties and continue to help the kingdom in general. All they had to do was think of a name, sign some paperwork, and bam! New job board atop the stairs would be available, and also they could take missive jobs from other cities. From here, we join our group as they decide what to do now with the newly developed company, and even check out the new housing they have been offered. Alright, Huckleberry Court. How do we feel about that name?
I'm for it.
Oh, well, you were here.
Rain check me. Still not sure.
I will definitely do so. Do we have any idea what's up with Champ? Fernberg? Is anybody able to get a hold of him or no? Because we know Ash is going to be temporary.
I'm not sure if it was. I'm not sure if it was gonna make it or not. I think he was going back home today.
Yeah. Alright, so we might be short of Fernberg and Alamar. Alright. But, you guys are at the helm today, so... Last we left off, you guys had just filled out the paperwork, you were enjoying drinks in the guild hall, and you're basically now this company that's been called the Huckleberry Court. You're free to read the signed document, which I've approved upon. I mean, I could just sit here and go through it and just let everybody who's watching know what we got going on, or basically I need to know how Marcus signs his name. So just type it out in the chat there, because there's a lot of different ways that they wanted it done, so if there's any special way you want it written on there, you're free to do so.
Nancy, do.
Oh, okay. You guys can edit it directly. Oh, cool. So the aforementioned are now part of this company and will be entitled to earnings of the Sullivan Chapter Adventure Guild, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And it continues on and it tells you where your housing is. Lot 2-1-112 at the outskirts of the city limits, blah blah blah. And you are now responsible for this location, signed this day of the October 27, 1328 by Sigmar and Lionel, with, official stamping, the CEO of the Sullivan chapter. So, now that you've all signed the paperwork, you all had the brew, what do you guys want to do?
Do you think we should go see what's, I guess, is supposed to be our temporary home?
I suppose it could be good. Then perhaps we can maybe have a rest there, or go back to the job board. Maybe grab a few things off of that.
Alright. As you're kind of going over things, you have been informed you're now allowed to go upstairs to look at jobs. Both boards, downstairs and upstairs, have like maybe a couple slips. Not really that many jobs posted there, but it's a start.
We did already get paid for the last job, didn't we?
Yes. You should have all your earnings on Fernberg or somebody who wrote it down. I don't know who.
We were supposed to we didn't get paid for this latest job. We were supposed to go talk to the bank or whatever, and sort of with
we have to
them
go
get
to
a
the bank.
deposit.
Yeah, you got a bank note, which you
Okay.
can take care of.
Okay.
I forget the total, but that doesn't mean somebody should have it. Who has it? I'm gonna check Fernberg and see if he put something in his inventory like that. No, he doesn't write stuff there. I think he writes it elsewhere.
I don't even remember. I don't remember getting an exact total.
Well, actually, he's got some treasure in there, but I'm not sure if that's group treasure or just stuff he found.
And I don't think I wrote it down either.
Well, you weren't here when they turned it in.
Right.
Gideon
Said it then.
or Bar or Tazir, do you have anything stating how much that check was? Because until you do, who was responsible for that? Was it Fernberg?
I have a hunch that was 1,000 platinum.
I think that's about right.
I'm snooping. Don't, don't be switching the page yet. You have 4 platinum. I don't see 1,000. What are you talking about?
I'm just joking around, man. I have no idea how much it was supposed to be.
All right, then let's
See, the
invest-
other side of this issue is, okay, we have a banknote. We don't know how much it's for. We brought back extra shit from the cave.
I would say handle everything else that you can. Okay, there's at least 1,000 gold for investigating. I think there was a total of 1,500, which I think I saw on his slip. So there's probably a check on somebody for 1,500 gold pieces. If it's different than that, then we can adjust it later. But we could say 1,500 if you want to go to the bank.
All right.
All right. So as you all are starting to leave the guild hall, it's about 4 in the afternoon. What's
I
everybody's?
just want to write that down.
Yeah. What's a passive perception? Since people want me to start using it. Let's see what everybody's passive is.
Phew, not good.
All right. What are we?
13.
13.
12.
Okay.
Passes the
12.
See, you asked me to start using this, and then you're on the characters that are shitty at passive perception. All right.
No,
the next-
I said I have never seen you use this.
And I started doing it Sunday just for shits and giggles. Now, since
Our 2
nobody
wisdom boys aren't here,
yeah, so
unfortunately.
since none of you have
Yeah.
passive perception high enough, I'll go ahead and let everybody make a perception check as you walk outside the tavern. Just a quick note: you do notice storm clouds rolling in.
What?
You need to switch that from GM to public. We were playing with that axe, remember?
Oh, yeah. How do you unwhisper?
Toggle on the far right with the button where you have to click into.
Oh, yeah, I thought there was a chat command I had to enter, not
Yeah,
the
or there might be
toggle.
there might be a toggle on the character sheet itself. So Marcus Tezir, I would say Bar as well, but Gideon, he's just here for the ride. You notice Aria and Ninny going into the bar across the street. You notice the rain clouds rolling in, it's starting to drizzle a little bit. And other than that, that was the main thing. You just saw them go inside just in case there's something over there you want to take care of. Also, a gnome that a few of you had acquaintance with is walking his way to the tavern as well from the opposing street. Smithersman is heading to the bar. But,
I'm gonna lean over and whisper to Marcus. Marcus, did you see what I just saw?
Referring to the woman that got abducted late. Yeah.
Yeah, how is she still alive? We saw her get sucked into this black miasma of death and disease.
Well, I guess magic sure can be quite strange, can't it, my friend?
I think we should probably keep our distance for a bit until we figure out what's going on.
Maybe keep an eye on them from a distance for now. Bridge them after.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything they want to say on this, or are we going to move
Bar is
somewhere?
going to walk into the bar.
All right, you're going to walk into the bar. Anybody else going with you?
Yeah, I'd be going with him because Mr. Crystal Man is there.
Absolutely. Your friend, Mr. Smithersman, is in there. Do you guys want to go into the bar, the elves? Elf and half elf.
I guess.
You see your
We
2 little friends
would,
mosey over in that direction, and it's like, okay, maybe we should go. So unless we're separating the party, we'll go ahead and go together.
But we will like try and I at least will try not to be seen, like going in like a minute after them and
All right.
try
so
to be
you're
inconspicuous.
All right. So you're going to be inconspicuous, Marcus, as well.
Well, it's a bit harder for me, but
Yeah, a little bit harder, but like you're not going to go right in, right?
it.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll stick with Tizzy and head in after.
All right, so as Bar and Gideon walk in, you see your pal Sylvan Smithersmine kind of tinkering away with another crystal as he's kind of looking at it as he's getting a mug of ale at the bar, and he's just looking away at it. It's just
What color is the crystal?
It seems clear right now. Doesn't have any color yet.
Okay. I'm going to go over to them.
Ah, it's you guys again. Hello, welcome once more. How are those crystals doing for you?
I've used mine twice to success.
Very good, very good. Good to hear.
My crystal worked good.
Ah, just excellent. That's the perfect news I've been waiting to hear. So far, no cracks or anything have been seen, right? No damage, no anything?
Nothing I know of.
Have you done anything serious, like try to craft armors or anything? Or what crystals did I give you again? I can't remember right off the top of my head.
You gave me the one that can create potions.
Yes, that's the yellow one, right? And what about
Pretty
you?
sure it's the red. Or yeah, it's the yellow.
Yeah, red was for metallic. I'm actually looking at my list. And then
Mine's green.
Yeah, yours is green for the hides. All right. Very good, very good. So everything's going great with this. That's good to hear. Is there anything else I can help with you guys with? And he's starting to take notes as you guys kind of offered what little information you have so far.
Do you have any books on alchemy or any potion making? Because I've been throwing together random ingredients and it's been working fine, but it doesn't have a known outcome to me yet.
Ooh, that would be very resourceful. Let me see here. I don't have it on me, but it might be at my laboratory north of town. If you want to come by and visit me during my shop hours.
Okay. This crystal can create potions and poisons, correct?
It very well could. Yes, yes.
This book that you have, is it just potions?
It's just for alchemical ingredients. Like you combine them, and then it's supposed to be able to work with just any kind of alchemical outcome.
Okay. Okay. And sooner or later I will come visit you.
At about this time, Marcus and Tezir kind of waltz in. I'll have stealth check from whoever wants to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Okay, now I will roll.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead then. With
Oh,
disadvantage,
it's
right?
slightly worse. Disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah, heavy armor there.
Said it's slightly
So yeah,
worse.
freak. You step on a floorboard that announces your arrival, and everybody kind of turns their head because you just stepped on it in just the right way, and it just made this loud creaking noise. All of a sudden, all these heads are turned towards you,
Good day.
and then they go back to their routine as people are starting to drink and eat and have supper, and it's a little busy in here. Like most of the tables are full. If you're looking for anybody in particular or anything like that, let me know. Going back to Smithersmon and Gideon and Bar, was there anything else you guys want to talk to about with him?
Do you have any improved variations to this gem that you gave me?
At this moment, I do not have anything as particular as specific to that. I am looking for trial and error on the current crystals that you both have. And I suppose I got this one crystal back from that one gentleman that was supposed to look at it for me. Quite a shame, quite a shame. But yes, I am working on something new, but I haven't quite fully gotten the theory out. And he just kind of shows you the clear crystal. It's like, I haven't imbued it yet, I haven't done anything with it yet, but I might be looking for ingredients soon. So, I don't know if you're interested in hunting up some ingredients for me later. You still have to research what I exactly need, but you can definitely come by when you get that alchemy book, and I'll tell you about what I need.
What type of ingredient? Or okay.
Yeah, he's got to
Uh,
research it. Like, that's DM's way of saying I haven't figured it out yet. But
Okay,
I will
okay.
have it figured out when you go visit him next.
Okay.
So,
I will come visit you sooner or later, and I'm going to kind of go.
he kind of turns to Gideon and says, "Let me take a look at your crystal, son."
Okay.
Ah, my, fine piece, fine piece. And this thing might be getting close to its enchantment improvements. Keep working with it. Maybe soon you'll see some results. Is there anything that you've done with it that you could show me?
Did I not use one of the was it the displacer piece pellet to make a bag to carry the jewels and shit from one room to the other?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, that big Santa bag.
Oh, well, there you go. You show him this big old pelty looking bag of displacer beast. He's like, "You took it off with that crystal? Excellent work. Excellent. That's perfect. That's just what I needed to know." Someone as simple as so can make the. You can kind of hear him talking down about you in his notes, but he's just being very mumble and just continuously writing down jitter jabber into his notes there as he's like, "This is wonderful news. Anybody can use these crystals. Just gotta figure out how to maintain them for breaking." He hands you the crystal back, says, "Keep up the good work. I look forward to seeing more progress. And by the way, he'll definitely give you both his address. So next time you ask and say, 'Hey, I want to go visit Sylvan,' you'll know how to get there.
Okay.
Anytime you need to come by my place, I will be there during business hours, anywhere before 5 p.m. Just decide
So
to
anytime
come.
before 5.
Or make that 4, because he kind of left 4 p.m. Yeah, he closes at 4. And he was quick to get to the bar. So yeah, he's like, 4 p.m. I close up shop, but feel free to come in anytime before that.
Okay.
That way he'll be able to do more work with you in the shop. Maybe you can actually work on things with him in downtime or whatnot. You know, it's a possibility you can come back to. Go up to the elves.
I have a really bad idea.
We love bad ideas here. What do you want to do?
Nothing yet.
Alright, we'll leave it at that. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna take a quick scan of the room to see if I see fiery red here.
Go ahead and make a perception check since our passive is crap. I will get back on the right page. No, there's a lot of people in here eating, and you don't see her right away. Or you think she's here, but you don't see her.
I guess I'll turn to Marcus. Do you see them anywhere?
Let me have a look. Hey!
You are like,
Hey!
this barmaid walked by you, and then you just suddenly just found your gaze going towards her and completely forgot what you were doing.
Marcus! What are you doing?
Oh. Hmm?
I didn't know
Sorry,
you were
what?
that kind of person.
She had long elven ears and everything. It just kind of drawed you off for a second.
Ash is here.
Hey, it's Ash. We missed you.
Hey, Ash. Hello?
Ashley!
Mute it. Go ahead and say hi whenever you get in here. You can interrupt us. We don't mind.
Well, let's just go sit down. Please stop ogling people.
And she,
It's not like that.
I just wrote a
she's back.
2 on my perception, that's all.
Okay, I believe you. I guess let's just
Oh, that
go
was a 1.
sit down.
That was a natural 1 there. But, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you guys take a seat. It's quite busy. It takes a few moments for the barmaid to actually come to you, but there's a couple spaces across from your table so the rest of your party could join if they want. If you guys are done talking to the gnome, you may rejoin your party, or however you want to go about this. Bar and Gideon.
Do I see any fire red hair or Ninny?
Go ahead and roll a perception. It's a little crowded. Yeah, you see them. They're in the far back corner, kind of hidden away, having a conversation.
Can I try this again since I failed that first one pretty well?
What are you trying to do? Same thing? Or?
Just see if I notice anyone. Yeah.
Yeah, go right
Because
ahead.
no one told me the first time around. They didn't say
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
there.
Everybody's like,
Fucking
no,
Christ.
you don't see it either. You're just like, Bar's aware of it, but you're not.
I'm going to go join Marcus and Tizzer.
Alright, so you rejoin your group and Gideon kind of following behind, I suspect, right?
You assholes! I want to go say hi.
You wanted to go up. Okay, that would have been beautiful. I would have loved it. Oh. But yeah, you didn't see him, so you're just like rejoining the group. You're all back together. As you all kind of sit down together, it takes a while for the bar mates to get to you, so you have time for a conversation.
I'm going to point those two out to everyone and kind of just didn't she die?
Oh, there
Oh,
they
s-
are.
Wait, I'm aware of this now.
You're aware of this now.
I'm marching up.
You see Gideon stand up and walk towards her direction. Do any of you wish to intercede or stop him?
I'm gonna cast a message and it's like, no, Gideon, do not engage. Come back, please.
You hear this message in your head. How do you want to take it?
I'll pause. What engage?
And he says it out
Come
loud,
back.
but you hear him back.
Don't- I'm casting a message like to say all of this. Just come back to the table, please.
What friends over there?
Yep, more friends over here though. Come back.
I see someone typing.
You
Trying to figure out.
can say it, Bar. Don't have to type if you're trying to tell me something.
No, I was pressing the key by accident.
Okay.
Ah.
Making sure. Yeah. So, yeah, Bar, you're hearing all this nonsense from Tazir. What do you want to do?
I'm going to follow Gideon.
Alright, Bar's gonna come up behind Gideon. Gideon, you heard all that message from Tazir. What do you want to do?
I mean, if Bar's not trying to pull me back, I'm gonna keep walking towards him because
Alright, Bar, what do you
I'm not
do?
exactly the happiest with our two elven friends
Yeah,
from the
Bar.
whole handcuff escapade.
Bar, what do you want to do then? Because this is now your turn.
I mean, I kind of want to see where this is going, so I'm going to just follow and kind
Alright, you feel
That's
Bar
fine.
behind you, but he's not making any attempt to like pull you back or anything like that. So what do you want to do, Gideon?
Okay. No other interaction from anyone else. Cool. I just totally airballed her name, not Ninny's.
Areas?
Aria's. Yeah.
Area.
Aria, you got your friend back.
She pokes her head out. It's like, hey, it's you guys. Well, I'll be damned. You guys made it out of whatever shit creek you went into. Why don't you pull up a chair? Come on over.
I'm going to pull up a chair.
Alright.
Yeah, no, like.
So, Tazir and Marcus, you see your two short friends go over there and just get invited to come sit with Ninny and Aria. What do you guys want to do? You just going to stand back and watch, or approach, or what's the idea?
Realizing that Gideon's not gonna listen at all, apparently,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like just be. I guess I'm gonna stay back and like constantly like message Ba, just ask him to like let me know what's going on if he can, or if he wants to.
All right. Marcus, are you just kind of just hanging back with Tazir then?
If they like look in our direction, I'll give like a knowing nod and like a small wave. But yeah, I'll hang with my
All right.
best friend.
Bridget, are you with us yet or no?
Yeah, and I'm with the group and everything, and so is Fernberg.
Well, with Fernberg physically not here, I would say he's around, but uh, I don't know what he would want to do. So, I mean, you, however, how far caught up are you, by the way?
Um. Oh well, I've been listening for like the past 5 minutes, so
Yeah.
and I
So,
know that Arya and Nini are here,
yeah.
and Bridget wants to go over to them and join with Bar and Gideon,
All right.
and she wants to, if possible, give Arya a hug.
All right. So as you join the group and everything, Bridget, you see Bridget come in, and Fernberg, he kind of comes take a seat with Marcus and Tessier because he doesn't want to be social, and these guys don't seem to want to be social. But Bridget, she sees Gideon and Bar head over to Nini and Area, and she's like, "Yeah, you're walking up to him," and you offer a hug to Area. She stands, "Oh, hi," and pats you, and it's like, "Good to see you again."
Oh, Arya, I can't believe it! Your friend Nini, she's okay.
Yeah, funny how things happen, huh? And she's kind of scratching the back of her head, trying to look up. And Nini kind of nods towards everybody, unseeing, but you can feel this soft breeze kind of blowing around. And she kind of tilts her head in a certain direction and says, "I'm sorry to have alarmed you. If I'm not mistaken, you were the ones that helped Arya, were you not?"
Yeah, we fight men in red cloaks. They were mean.
They were indeed. This here, I need a...
Sorry about that. I disconnected for like 2 seconds.
Oh, well,
Yes.
go ahead.
Well, we tried to help her as much as possible.
You have my thanks and my greatest gratitude. Let's get a round of perception for you guys being near Nini.
Ready for me to fail this one too?
Go right ahead.
Yeah!
Kind of average. That's kind of sad. What about Bridget?
I'm going to use a lucky point on that, just cause.
Was that a 1 by chance?
For me, that was a 3.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well, go ahead and use your lucky. And Bridget, or... Alright. You hear this soft...
Did mine come up?
Yeah, yours came up
Yeah.
15? Yeah. You hear a
Okay,
soft
sorry.
but faint rumble in the air. Something ethereal being heard, but it fades as fast as you hear it. You can kind of see Nini looking to the left of her for a moment and then just dismissing it.
Going to look where she was looking.
You don't see anything.
1 second, I have to silence the cat.
You must be a sorceress of some renown and power, Nini.
That poor kid. Oh, sorry. I know ways of things. I know the way of the wind, if you know what I mean. A follower of Kazia and walking all paths that the gods have to offer us.
I give a nodding nod, a knowing nod, and I say, "It is a great thing to put your faith in a deity and in
course.
higher powers."
And Aria's like, "Yeah, she's great. She's great. Awesome. I'm happy to have her back." "Oh, yes, but let's not say anything about what I said, okay?" And she's kind of whispering that to you. Like, I don't want this to get all sappy. So, and, you know, she's just trying her best to look strong and stoic in front of Nini. And Nini just sees her trying so hard, and she just kind of smiles and let her get away with whatever she's trying to get away with. You can see a soft smile on her face as she's watching Aria get fast, you know, frizzled, trying to be like proper and everything. It's just play cool, it's all good. So Nini, what happened? And Aria just kind of blowing it out there. Nini's like, sorry, I got separated from you guys due to some strange happening. When I awoke, I was in darkness, and then some time passed, and then I found myself in Pearl Lance of all places. It took me a little time to get back from Pearl Lance to here because I wanted to make sure that you guys knew I was okay. And I'm sorry I couldn't get here any sooner. I don't know why I got sent there instead of back to where I came from, but here I am. I'm safe. I'm sound. I am so sorry for worrying all of you. And I want to thank everybody properly for helping Arya. I mean, I thought she was dead. And Arya's like, oh, it's gonna take more than that to take me out. You know that, girl. And she's kind of rubbing the back of her head, trying to be all cool and coy with her. And then he offers her a soft smile, just like, of course, dear, I understand. But yes, thanks is in order. So, if you all would like, I can buy your meal tonight, or perhaps an inn stay, or anything of that nature. Or if there's anything I can do to help you, you let me know. I'm in your debt.
Oh, I'm sure that I and Fernbird would really enjoy the pleasure of your company and a meal in the end, Arya.
Oh yeah, meal, definitely. Let's eat out somewhere, or here or there. I mean, whatever you guys want to do, that'd be great. I'll be more than happy to join you, Ninny, in joining these other people. You can definitely see she's getting socially awkward about all this. And Ninny just keeps smiling and laughing, enjoying her awkwardness.
I'm going to slide my chair over toward Ninny.
She kind of tilts her head towards you. And then back to the situation at hand. Is there anything you're trying to do?
You were grasped by a black void, right?
Something like that.
Is that something that we should worry about? Or about happening to us?
I don't think so, unless you walk the dark path. There shouldn't be any problems.
How dark is this dark path?
It's a path that I will never walk again. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all she has to say. But,
I really want to say something stupid, but I'm not sure
Hey,
how well it would be received.
we love stupid here. Don't be afraid to say it. Go ahead.
Can't you use a lantern for this dark path?
She kind of giggles to you a bit and says, it would be fun if I could, but Illumina and Nefarious seem to be at odds as of late, so don't think walking the dark path will allow a lantern. She kind of takes
torch?
She kind of takes everything you're saying metaphorically, and then she's like, she notices you being like serious. Here, take a torch or a lighter sort. And she's like, she just smiles and says, it's okay, dear. I don't plan on going down that path as long as I don't have to anymore. Nothing of that degree should ever happen again. Perception checks for everybody at this table.
I finally beat the
Yeah.
10.
There you go. All three of you can hear this soft rumble once again off to her left. It's a weird bellowing chuckle. It's kind of dark or deep sounding. Not dark, just deep sounding. And it fades as fast as you heard it. You see Ninny's
Okay.
attention turn towards her left, and she dismisses it again and looks back to you.
Going to, not even hiding it at all, put my hand on the hilt of my sword.
Let me make perception.
There's
Oh, go ahead. I'm listening.
there's rarely a need to walk the dark path. Although grief might take us by surprise, it's just a natural part of life. What you went through was a terrible shock, I'm sure, but you must be stronger than that and remember that
I'm
death is not
blessed.
to be feared so much.
Quick question, Bar. Are you concealing that you're grabbing your short sword or not?
Not really, and it's not even, it's still in the sheath, it's just,
Your hand's on the
I'm-
hilt.
yeah.
Alright, I'm just rolling perception to see if they kind of pay attention. They're not paying attention to you. They don't care. They feel like you're all good company and nobody's going to cause them any harm. But yeah, the conversation just kind of continues. She's like, yes, there are things one will do for the ones they love, will they not? Even if it may put them in a dire strait.
It's our struggle as mortals to accept death and to respond appropriately.
Yes, and it's also within our means to punish those who would kill without consent. I thought they
That's
drove her to...
true.
I mean, I thought they killed her. They were trying to kill me. So, my self-defense set me down a dark path.
I want to give her a consoling pat on the arm.
And she'll let you, and she'll just smile gently towards you. Soft scent of lavender can be smelled as the breeze around her kind of envelopes around this table. But once again, you all have my thanks. I appreciate the fact that you looked out for Arya for me. I am surprised to see her alive, and I was so happy when I first saw her. And Arya's like, "Oh shucks, don't be like that, Ninny. I feel embarrassed enough as it is. Let's just leave it at that, okay?" And she kind of smiles and nods, says, "Very well. But like I said, if ever you need of me, if I can help, I will try."
And likewise, we'll be happy to help you, or at least I shall.
Absolutely. And Arya kind of says, "Oh, hey, Ninny, guess what? See that guy over there?" And she points to Gideon. "Me and him had a tussle in that fight pit that was supposed to happen, right? This little midget wins by pushing me out. Can you imagine that? Got second place, though." And then he kind of looks over towards Gideon. Vacant gaze is like, "Wow, well, very well. That's very awesome for you."
Arya was a good fight, but Gideon's strong.
You sure are. Yeah, that little midget doesn't look it, but he's tough as nails. Soft chuckle. I'm glad we found some friends, Arya. So, what's your group's plans from here, if I might ask? As she kind of opens up the conversation a little to kind of get an insight on what you guys want to do.
Don't we have a house to look at?
Well, you go, Gideon.
No, it doesn't. Like,
Is that
weren't
what
we
you
given
said
like?
out loud? Is
to
that
the
what you?
house?
Yeah. You were given a location for your company, and she goes, "Oh, you guys have a place to stay now." And I guess there's no point in me renting a room for you. That's good news for both of us. She smiles and chuckles to herself. Where's this place located? Do you guys know?
Did we get given an address?
You've been given.
It was lot 2.
Bunch of numbers. There's nothing really special about it.
Going to pull out a piece of paper and just lot 21112.
Oh. I wonder where that's at. It's probably somewhere outside of town or something, Arya says as she kind of offers some information. The guild usually, like, companies that get developed within the guild, they usually put them somewhere right there on the outside of town. That way they're not directly in the path of everything, you know, so they could work a little better. I don't know. So it seems like your group's been very busy then.
A little bit busy, but there's even more exciting things afoot. And I take out the job that I found on the board about the graveyard cleansing, and I begin talking very energetically about how that's something I want the group to do.
I was wondering if you were going to look at those. Alright. She listens to you, so she can't see the item in your hand. And Arya kind of takes a notice, looking over your shoulder. "Oh, graveyard cleansing. How interesting."
It'll be fascinating, and this is exactly what I wanted to do, really.
So, let's see here. So, for those who don't know, the graveyard cleansing is a strange occurrence happening at the twilight hours in the graveyard that's set up out of town. Travelers making a late night haul have been reported to see strange visages of broken ruins appearing in the graveyard. The source of the disturbance has been notified to the mages of the Arcana, and they have petitioned others to assist in this investigation. This task entails the protection of one Tierra Light Mage. She'll be responsible for finding any details to bring forth, and during her time in the field in the late hours, she will need protection from able-bodied adventurers. Rewards will bring you favor with the Arcana. 250 gold will be issued as a reward as well. So definitely an interesting piece there, as Ari kind of read that over your shoulder. Huh, Mages of the Arcana. That's a tight group to get involved with.
Do you think so? I'm quite interested in this Tierra Light Mage.
Oh, I've met her once or twice. She's got like auburn hair.
Really?
Yeah, wears these gray robes with a silver cord. Well, most of them do anyway. But her staff, it's the most oddest thing about her. She always seems to talk to it like it's animate. But if
A
you
talking staff, how interesting.
yeah, so definitely she's a character to behold. I've kind of helped out once or twice with the guild with some other jobs with her, but nothing really this dramatic. So best of luck to you on this.
Thank you, thank you. And
We found-
where do you two
found a-
plan to do?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I heard. What did you want to say, Gideon?
There was a kobold that talked to his weapon too.
Attention kind of draws towards you as Arya stares at a kobold with a weapon that talks.
Wish Ash wasn't here for that, was she?
I wasn't.
Well, technically
go
she
on.
was. She was, but she herself was not. Like, all you did was cast Toll of the Dead. That was your entire...
Pretty
That
much,
was
yeah.
your
You
entire
poke your head
session.
through a doorway, told the dead, and back out.
I let Fernberg go ahead and use you since you were the only cleric in
Yeah,
the
he
group.
was my. Yeah.
Yeah, and then all he had you do was pop in, Toll of the Dead, walk away. That was your whole fight. It was like, okay, whatever. We could do that, that'll work.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, but just to kind of backtrack a little bit, this group met a small kobold named Fizzer, who had a black scythe on him, and he claimed certain things. Go ahead and you can tell Ari about it, and that'll kind of fill in
Okay.
her as well if you want.
Yeah. He was colored black, and he had a scythe that he talked to. Said something about Nefarious all the time.
Said he was a follower.
A soft bellows a little bit out of nowhere, almost like thaumaturgy, as if somebody else is listening in on this conversation. You see Ninny's eyes, even though she can't see, they kind of go towards the left once more as she looks at empty space, and then returns her gaze back towards Gideon as Arya just goes, "Black kobold? With a black scythe? Claiming to be a follower of Nefarious?" Well, you know, those creatures under the dark definitely might follow Nefarious. That would make sense, I guess. It's always dark down there, isn't it? Yes, it would seem so. Hesitant kind of interjects a little bit, but not too hastily. She's just being timed and casual.
I'm going to lean toward Ninny.
Alright.
What do you keep looking at? I've heard something 3 times now, and I see nothing.
It's nothing I can talk about right now. But
Should I be worried?
you have nothing to fear. And yeah, as it gets quiet from you guys, you can hear a loud thunderous bang outside as the storm starts rolling in. Rain can be heard hitting the roof now, and Ariel's like, "Ah, it must be pouring now. Oh, I hate the rain."
I hope this rain will clear up before heading out to the graveyard.
When do you guys plan on doing that, or is that anything soon? As in any kind of perks or interest?
Well, I've got to coordinate with the group, which I'm part of.
Hmm. Your group has a
We
name
have a
now.
name now, by the way.
Yes, yes. I kind of expected that from you guys. So, what is this name you guys go by?
We're the Huckleberry Corps.
Huckleberry Corps.
I
Area.
give a big grin, trying to cover my horrible distaste that this name brings me.
Oh yeah, and Area kind of see the pain in your eyes, and she's like, "Oh, lass, I'm so sorry. I mean, well, good for you guys, Huckleberry Corps, huh? Yes, ma'am, I got it. I'll keep that in mind so that if we need any help, we can get a hold of these guys, right? Of course, we'll petition the guild directly, of course, but maybe we could deal with matters on a private level if need be, if something comes up. Would your party be interested if we had stuff like that?"
You seem nice. We could help.
Yeah, of course.
You willing to put up money?
Of course.
Or do you expect us to do this for free?
No, nobody ever does. I understand you need finances, and perhaps with my connections, you'll be able to find even more jobs. I mean, I do have connections.
Of course, if it's a good enough,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a good enough cause, then reward is not necessary.
Very well.
But it always helps.
Yes, of course. Never hurts to have money. And Aria's like, yeah, it's gotta have money. Trust me. Look, if anybody's gonna pay, it's her. She's known entertainer throughout the kingdom. She has a low... Okay, I shouldn't be talking about that. I'm sorry, mistress. It's okay, Aria. I understand you get excited. But, yes, she has the right of it. I do have an estate, and I do have quite a bit of coin that I could pass along. As I, myself, go through and try to right wrongs, if you don't mind me saying. And Aria's like, so, what are we going to do about those Ironforge pricks? And then he just kind of closes off and says, I hope we don't have any more difficulties from them. If they draw our ire once more, then we might have to handle this. Hey, and trust me, I'll kick every one of their asses. Throwing fireballs at me, I'll show them.
And you'll have my shield and my sickle.
That's right, sister. You'll help me. I know you will. And then he smiles happily towards the camaraderie that you two seem to be sharing. And we'll kick all their asses. Don't you worry. Barmaid, we need drinks. And eventually a barmaid finally comes over to Marcus and Tazir. It's like, can I get you guys anything? Be there in a minute. As she yells over the area.
I look to Tazir and raise a brow.
Have some water, please.
Just water? What about you?
Make that 2 waters, my friend.
Okay. Back shortly. She rushes off. And, yeah, Ari's like, they're so busy right now. Well, you guys have a place to get in order, don't you? So what are you guys going to do? I mean, you haven't even been out there to look at it yet?
Not yet.
Another clash of lightning in the air as you can kind of hear the storm brewing pretty loud outside now.
Just looking out the windows, how dark is it getting to be?
With it already turning into about 4:30 to 5, the evening hours were starting to dim down, but it's definitely, it's not like tornado weather dark, but it's definitely getting dark from the clouds. Well, jeez, I sure hope this storm brews off. And finally the barmaid comes back with 2 glasses of water, hands them off to you guys. There you go, if you need anything else, you holler. I'll try to get to you as soon as I can. Oh, so many people. And she starts waltzing over to Aria's table. Hey, I need a glass of ale. And what do you guys want?
Just
Ale's
some
good.
water, thank you.
I'll have nothing.
Nothing for you. What about you, Bridget? What was that?
Oh, water, thank you.
The water? Alright. So she takes everybody's order. Ninny and Area. Ninny orders a white wine. And then she's like, oh, fancy lady wants fancy drink. Got it. On it. And she wanders off, comes back a few moments later, handing everybody their appropriate drinks. And you see this tall wine glass handed off to Ninny as she kind of takes it and slowly sips on it. Are your other friends going to come over and say hi, or are they feeling shy today? Ninny says.
They... I wouldn't be surprised if they preferred their own company sometimes.
Totally understand that. Oh, and Ninny, you know they were here? I didn't even say anything. And she just kind of offers a coy smile and just goes back to her drink. You guys kind of finish up drinking here. Is there any conversation pieces you want to go over before trying to figure out what else you want to do? You were saying something, Bridget. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was thinking that if nobody has anything that they want to do, then we can like fast forward
Yeah.
to tomorrow maybe, or...
Oh no, we can't just jump into tomorrow. That's unlikely to happen.
I'll go to the house.
That's like
I'm
asking
kind
for
of-
a boat trip to go undisturbed. I mean, it doesn't happen.
I'm going to get up from the chair and thank you for the company, but I believe I, for one, would like to go find this house that we were given before this storm moves any closer.
Very well. It's good to see you guys all again, and thank you. Seek me out if you ever need help. I'll try to be there for you.
Likewise. It was wonderful seeing you again, Minnie. I'm so glad you're well.
Thank you. And you guys kind of share departing marks. You see Area just popping these L's back to back and just kind of trying to hammer things out as she's trying to deal with her social awkwardness in a drunkard's kind of way. Yeah, I'll see you guys later too, so if you need anything, you know where to find us. And she's just loud for no reason. And she kind of yells over, hey, you blokes over there, pointing towards Marcus, Tezier, and Fernberg. Good seeing you again.
Zay just lets out a quick like, ah! And like hides under his face.
She definitely laughs at that.
I just deliver my knowing nod and wave.
Alright.
Going to run back over real quick and what direction of the city did you say these houses were on the outskirts of?
For DM giving you directions, you know it to be on the east side of town, a little way south.
Okay. Now I'm going to leave.
Anybody following with, since he said he's going to the house?
Yeah, I'd be going with.
Marcus, since he's here, are you going to come to the house with us?
Yeah, we're coming.
Yeah, we'll be with you.
Yeah, we all know
And-
Fernberg.
Yeah,
follows
I'm going to
Bridget.
come to the house as well.
Love it. Yes, you get to play Fernberg this week. So,
Bridget, are we going to go to the house?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
that was really good. That was really good. So yeah, everybody starts wandering off. You go past Brigit's shop. It's starting to come down a little bit. It's starting to rain, and you guys kind of put whatever you can over your heads to kind of keep yourself protected or whatnot, or just take the rain as is. As you make your way out of town, at a little way south, you see a bunch of buildings, large buildings at that, and then one particular lot that has this. It's kind of like a giant manor of sorts. However, it looks like it's in a lot of disrepair. But you approach it and you find out it's the exact lot number that's on the contract, so you are now known that you're at your house.
As run down as it looks, I'm just going to go to the door and kind of push it just to see if it opens.
Yeah, it pushes right open. Matter of fact, you've been given a key to this location as well. So you unlock it, you open the door, and you find yourself in an entranceway that has this big open space before you. Off to your left, you see a fireplace and a living space with a bunch of broken up couches and chairs. Off to your right, you see a giant dining room with a long table and broken benches on either side of it. There's a kitchen a little ways from there where kitchen work can be done, but it looks like it's in disrepair as well. There's stairways leading up. What do you want to do?
I want to creak up them stairs.
Is there
I'll
anything
follow
going
behind.
down?
Gideon, what did you say?
Is there anything going down?
No, there's no downstairs. I need a athletics check from Marcus. You're in heavy armor, right?
Medium.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Can I
and
do a
that.
perception check to see if there are anything?
I'm in heavy armor, if that comes up.
All right. As you step on the third step, it crushes under your weight as the broken board just kind of bends to the weight of your gear. But, you know, you're still able to start climbing the stairs from there. You just have a broken step that needs to be fixed now. What were you saying, Bar?
Do a perception check to see if there's anything living here, like
Go ahead and make a
Well,
perception. You go near the fireplace and you hear a bunch of flapping as birds just fly out of the fireplace as you kind of peer in there. Other than that, nothing else. Going up the stairs, you see a hallway, and to the left and to the right, there are 2 rooms on either side, and then 1 room at the end of the hallways, for a total of 10 separate bedrooms.
So
Alrighty.
much space.
I'll just
This
like.
is a real fixer-upper, but we can really do stuff with you.
Sure, rooms are a bit much, but I mean, this is what we'll find. Always good for storage. I want to individually go through like each room if possible, just to suss them out.
As you go into like the first room to the left, like you go up, you open the door, it's dusty. It's got a broken down bed, single bed. It's totally disrepaired. Like you're better off using a bedroll than this thing. It has no cabinets, so this place has been stripped of any storage type facilities or whatnot. But these rooms are pretty decent. Definitely enough room for like a bed, dresser, personal effects. Definitely a good space to call your own, if whichever room you want. And there's like these 2 bedrooms are similar on the left hall, and then you get to the end of the hall, which you open up the end hallway, and this room is even bigger. It's like a master bedroom, and there's this old canopy bed that is completely broken down, torn apart by either mites or termites or whatever. Totally disheveled. The mattresses and box springs been taken out. All it is this wooden case of wood that's been rotted out. An old dresser set that's leaning off to the side. It looks like if you push it, it'll just fall apart. Definitely a lot of broken furniture in this house. So it would either all have to be replaced or repaired by some magical means or something. Going through the other
Have to go
bedrooms.
put an order in.
Yeah. Went through the other bedrooms, you see pretty much the same situation as the other similar bedrooms, and then on the one on the other end of the hall, similar disrepair, except no canopy bed this time, just a large box spring and nothing else. No cabinets, no storage or anything. So definitely a lot of room that can be decorated. Each room could be your own. Whoever wants the bigger rooms can kind of decide who wants them, but it'll definitely be your space, however you want to play it. And there's room
I was
for
gonna
more people.
vote that the large room should be artificer, just for like a workshop, so to speak. Unless there's
That's
another
a good
room
idea.
that'll,
I
like,
bet Olimar would love it.
yeah.
I'm gonna step out of character. Olimar gonna actually keep playing with this star.
As far as I know, hopefully. I mean, I kind of talked to him about some situations, so when I hear back fully on his opinion after that, I'll know for sure next week, hopefully. But he's got a lot of schoolwork that's going on, and he's trying to focus that, which, you know, that's understandable.
Hmm.
This is Alamar Scaletti I had to talk to because he missed last week, or he was here for half of last week, but I don't know. He's just been kind of absent from a couple of my games.
Okay.
Bridget is going to try and find the room with the largest window.
That would either be the one on the left or the one on the right. So either one of those would probably work. There's actually two windows. One on the side and a big bay window that's on the back part where you can look down at the back.
There are 10.
A big bay window sounds nice. And she's going to claim that room as her own, and then she's going to set up her incense and do her nightly prayers in that room.
So one room gets flagged. Do you want the far right one or the far left?
Which one has the bay window?
They both do. It's kind of similar. They're like matching.
I'll take the far left room.
Far left room. She takes claim and sticks a stake in there. This is hers. Any objections? Didn't think so.
And I think that Fernberg takes the room next to mine.
Alright. So that'll fill up a couple of rooms on top in the left corridor. Yeah, if you guys want to situate how you want to set up or make your living space your own, you can definitely do that now.
I guess the Zero probably take the room that's like the least well lit. Like whatever room is like out of the way from like sun or moonlight shining in.
I would say the one that is like, you know how you go up the stairs and you got these long hallway, right? I would say the ones on the left of your left as you turn left, like those that are closer towards the stairs would definitely have like only one window and you could easily block it out.
Yeah, he's gonna take that one.
Alright. Yeah, with that, it's got this. Amazingly, the curtains are still intact, so you're able to use these curtains and just kind of keep it well dim in here. And you can reinforce it a little better on your own, if need be. It'll be easier to reinforce this one into darkness than the other rooms, I would think. So that's the room you got. We'll put that one next to Fernberg. So like the main hall on the far left, and then the first room on the left from her is Fernberg, and that room with Tazir. So Marcus, where do you want to be?
Fernberg says, I don't know if I like having my room next to a drow.
So you'll go across the hall. We can give him the one to the outside so there's more light for him. Alright, so we'll put like north is coming up the stairs. You go north, you're facing north, coming up the stairs. So to your west, the far left, you got Bridget, and then on the northwest of her is Fernberg. So who wants to be? And I would assume like the first one on the left, as soon as you turn left, that's on the south side of the hall, would be Tazir. I mean, you guys can kind of map out where you want to be.
Are we on a new map?
No new map. I haven't drawn this out. I had to write this up because I lost the information earlier.
I'll take the smallest room, and I'm going to try to turn it into an alchemy workshop, and I will take the room that's right beside that one.
Okay. I'm gonna create something and just bear with me. That ain't gonna work. Let's draw shades.
Or actually, I could just use Alarms. I'll just take any room, really.
Yeah, as long as the room's big enough to fit me and my stuff, it's fine. Maybe fit like a display cabinet in there. It's all good.
Yeah, you need to particularly care what room he ends up in.
Are you going to have a display cabinet that displays your war trophies
Actually, I don't want to make
Yeah.
this now. I don't want to make this
and all
now.
your dragon stuff?
Oh, it's only the one dragon thing.
Is it the main piece though?
Perhaps. Who knows?
Alright, so we'll map out exactly where everybody is later. I mean, I'm not really too worried about that unless that's something you guys want to focus on. But what else do you want to do with this house as you're kind of getting settled in?
Is the bed in my room like?
Completely shattered. It's like I said, every one of these rooms, the bed's been either shattered, taken out, it's not there, disrepair. Everything needs to be either replaced or repaired with a whole bunch of fresh lumber or whatnot.
Can I go from room to room, recording, like noting down what needs to be repaired, and then go into town and make an order?
Yeah, I can kind of give you make an investigation check to see if you get most of it.
All right.
I'll help.
You what?
I'll help.
All right, so with advantage.
It's not gonna matter.
Yeah,
It
fortunate.
mattered a bit.
No, it might matter a little bit. All right, so going from room to room to room, you kind of know that everybody who's living with you now is going to need a place to sleep. So unless they use their sleeping beds, you're going to want to consider getting beds for everybody. On top of that, the couches and chairs down below, they're not usable at all. They're rotted out. The seat cushions are no good, so you're either better off replacing them or finding someone who can repair them. The kitchen itself, you find out that it's not usable right now. Somebody has to come in and literally repair the kitchen and get it in working order for you guys to actually use fully. The pots and pans there are not there. And anything you find is maybe like a stray plate and a broken fork. So silverwares, or basically kitchen supplies, you can put it as, because it'll cover everything. The benches at the table need replacing. Let's see here. But other than that, in order to get this place kind of up and running, that's the main necessities that you know that you'll need.
Okay. I was thinking downstairs by the entrance. We should just convert that into like a little reception area or something. And you know, if we get tired of going to the job board, why not have people come to us?
Mm-hmm. I mean, as a DM, I nod to this.
Alright, cool.
Right
I'm
here.
going to just go around the house looking for scratches that might be a note or anything that might be a secret compartment or anything.
So you're kind of looking for secret nooks and crannies. Where at exactly again? All over,
just-
or?
In general, yeah.
Go ahead and make an investigation. In the kitchen, you find a trapdoor that leads down to a pantry. It's been totally ratted out, and there's like a few rats that scoot out as soon as light hits the area. You can see racks upon racks where you can store food stuff, or bring out like giant kegs, or bring down giant kegs. You come out of there, you walk around a little bit further, and let's see here. Nothing in the living room, nothing in the decor room or the entranceway. But just kind of glancing out, you do see a giant shack that you guys could probably use for storage. And then there's like an outhouse out there in the back. Or a wash closet, if you would. But other than that,
Okay.
nothing else. But judging by the design, with there being some underlay from the pantry, you think that you might be able to order special rooms made? If you have the money, perhaps?
Dungeon.
Alright. Anything else?
No, I was just wanting to make sure I knew everything about the house that we just got.
Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, this place has been run down for quite a while. It looks like nobody's lived here for years. And they were just kind of like, yeah, we'll go ahead and put them here because, you know, it's your place now. Whatever you want to do, you're your company. So yeah, lot of space, amazing space to work with. So it's up to you guys how you wish to fill it up. You're free to go into town and shop around. With it being probably close to about 5 p.m. after all this, you might be able to find somebody who can get some of these things together, but maybe you might have to wait till morning. So depends upon how you want to go about things, how urgent you can make it sound.
Importantly, has the bank closed?
Good question. I would say yes.
Okay, so
Yeah. So
so,
probably
so tomorrow we should go to the bank and
Mhm.
then organize everything we need to repair the house.
Alright.
Tonight we
Like
can
if-
use the sleeping bags in the living room.
Yeah, we'll set up like a hobo bin fire there as well.
Cool.
Like we're squatting. But Marcus is gonna leave a note just in like the main area, or he'll ask everybody. He'll ask everybody and then leave a note just to write it down.
Alright.
What exactly they need for their rooms aside from general repairs.
You guys want me to put a handout down? Here, I'll put
Sure, why not?
how do you want me to label this? General repair note?
Yeah, that works.
What do you want? Write it down. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think you have it. Let me make sure you guys can edit it. There you go.
Remember, people edit it all. You don't edit it at the same time, otherwise you'll be overwriting people's stuff probably.
Alright, yeah, go
Yeah,
one at
just-
a time. So whoever's going to enter the note first, say I'm entering something.
I'm just going to write everything in Notepad and copy and paste it in.
Alright. Yeah, do that. And then one at a time, just kind of drop it in there. Just say I'm dropping stuff in so they know not to do anything just yet. But you guys are taking notes. You're setting up camp in this living room. Either you have rations or somebody can go out and get some food. It's up to you guys.
If anyone wants rations, I can share some.
So I've got rations.
Alright.
Yeah, I've got rations as well.
Alright, so everybody's just gonna have rations and whatnot.
I'm going to do a round around the house with my incense, doing like a little prayer because we've all dealt with death very recently,
Make
and I
a
want to make sure the house is purified.
make a perception check as you're walking around. You see these bushes that are on the outskirts of the property? Shake. Shh, shh, shh.
I'm sorry, pardon?
There's bushes that are, as you're going around the house, you're outside, right? Running these incense around the house.
Mhm.
You notice this bush
Yeah.
off in the distance. It's on your property, but it's a little ways from you, from where you're looking, and you see it move. And you're like, what was that?
I'm going to move forwards and see what it is.
As you get closer, you can see this black figure, very small though, and it jumps into another bush trying to get away from you.
Oh, but what's the figure?
Make a better perception check and you'll know. It looked like a short goblinoid maybe? Or kobold maybe? Something a little bit smaller than a half, or around a halfling size I guess, but not as stocky.
Well, if I think it's a kobold or a goblin, I'm going to say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
You hear what soft ah. It's familiar.
Come out of there.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to rush in like that. And you see Fizzer, the kobold. I've been kind of tracking you guys after you left.
And you've been hanging out in the bushes around our house.
Well, I just now found out where you guys live. Nice shack, by the way. Kind of big. Don't think my clutch would all fit in there.
It,
And
what are your intentions, Fizzer?
Well, I don't know. I got some information from when I returned to my clutch, and I just have to confirm some things with you guys. I know it was risky coming out here. That's why I was hiding, because people don't like kobolds.
No, for good reason.
Yeah, so I'm trying to hide from them, which I did, for the most part, until I just kind of waltzed into your area. Sorry about that.
I frown at him.
That's okay, though. I'm here now. Now, is there anything you guys... Well, where's the rest of your guys?
They're inside.
Great. Do you mind if I come in and see?
I suppose. I don't know how I feel about inviting a kobold into our house, though. Is
I'll
he
behave,
dirty?
I promise.
Wait,
No,
Is Bridget more racist than we thought?
I don't know. So, what you see before you is a kobold who's got a black scythe on his shoulder, and it's got like a black lean to it, kind of similar to your Ravenclaw scythe, sickle. But he's got a scythe that kind of has like a little black smoke kind of rippling off it. He has like black armor that is just painted black. His scales are like a light gray, but they definitely come off as being black as well, as he's kind of armored up like that. As far as cleanliness, he looks like as clean as a kobold can get, especially with the rain.
Alright, very well. Come this way.
Alright. By the way, we did a great job killing that manticore, didn't we? And he's just kind of making small talk.
We did.
So yeah, Bridget kind of finishes up her incense, meets up with Fizzer. She's walking in the door now. And you see Fizzer, the kobold, with Bridget. Hey everybody, how are you?
When Tazir sees him, he kind of like very carefully pulls his crystal out of his pocket and starts like just holding it in his hand.
So
And I'm also eyeing him very mistrustfully.
So I came here to ask you guys something, because when I got back to my clutch, they said some weird stuff. If you don't mind if I come in and have a talk with you guys, right?
Sure, come in. What do they say?
Well, funny thing is, I went up there and I thought that the manticore was the reason that my whole family was having problems. And then I found out some of my family died while they were up there. So, I kind of said, well, the manticore must have got bored and ate them. Which is sad, but that's what happens in these kind of places, you know? But when I got to the clutch, there was like 3 of my family who came down some secret passageway and said that they were being chased out by humanoids. Now, I don't know if it was you guys. There might have been somebody else. But was it you? Like, do you remember seeing any of my family dying or being chased by other humanoids?
Not that I remember, but there were several dwarves from the Underdark there, wasn't there?
Are we working on the deception?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, keep going. Oh, Dogars, yeah, maybe they did it. I don't know though. So, is there anything else you want to tell them before you make the roll? I'll need you to roll me a deception check.
While he's talking to Vizzer, I kind of look to Marcus and like kind of just give him a wide eye, like widen my eyes just for a second to be like, what's the plan, basically?
Mm-hmm. Well, that has to be it. Had to be them Dogar, because I didn't think you guys would do it. You guys were nice to Fizzer, so I'm not going to accuse you, but they said there were some humanoids, and they weren't being specific, so it must have been them Dogars, like you said. Makes perfect sense.
Well, there were Dogars, but I for one didn't see any other race down there other than Dogars and the Manticore and you guys. But that doesn't mean that there wasn't any more.
That's true. Those are some dark places down there. A lot of places to look. But you guys didn't get involved with that, so I'm pretty sure everything's A-okay. Anyway, I kinda was hoping when I ran into you guys again, if, maybe I could stay the night here? Or wherever?
Look around.
And then I'll just leave in the morning. That way I'm fully rested. It took me a little while after they got all uppity in my face, and I really don't want to go see them right away.
Going to, keep looking around to see what everybody else thinks.
Yeah, so
How injured does he look?
Oh, he looks healthy as an ox right now.
Oh, okay.
Do your kind not usually prefer to stick to caves rather than civilization?
Well, I am a follower of Nefarious by choice, so yeah, I could go wherever I want. But, I feel like I don't need to be down there right away, so I'm gonna wait. I mean, they wanted me to investigate. I wanted to make it sound like I put a lot of effort into it. I don't want to just go back there and say, alright, I talked to him, and then come back with this information, and they're like, oh, you did stay there to figure out what else? But, I'd kill a little time, have a little time with you guys. You guys seem nice. We're all good here, right?
We're very busy, Fizzo.
I see. Well, I guess I won't waste any of your time. He kind of shuffles his feet.
I think you should stay the night, Fizzer.
You could stay in my room.
His ears kind of perk up. Really? I mean, I
No,
don't want
let
to be an
him stay in
inconvenience.
mine. It'll be fine. I don't even need a room, honestly.
Against his ear.
Yeah, I think you need a room.
Oh no, I technically don't sleep, so I don't need to anyway. So I don't really need a room. He can have mine if he wants.
That inside's on his ear.
Oh yeah, I'm up to something, man.
Oh wow, I matched. He's like,
Really up to something.
So he rolled a 7 as well on his inside. His is being GM roll.
It's a natural one.
For him, it is not. I got a 6 plus 1. He got a natural 1. So yeah, Tazir is just totally like, yeah, come to my room. And Visitor's like, huh? Is there something wrong with you? Is there something wrong with your room? You seem desperate to get rid of it. Then again, and he's kind of taken in, it looks like you have no rocks or anything to kind of call home here.
Yes, it's not much like a cave at all.
Well, if you guys don't want me here, I mean, you could say so. I mean, I feel like...
I offered to share my room with him.
I know, but she seems to not
No,
want me
apparently our... No. Now I'm the bad guy. It's fine if the rest of us are fine with having kobolds.
around. Just beat up on Mother. It's all good. No, if you don't want me here, you just say the word and I'll go right back to my clutch. It's no big deal. I just came up here to get some information and I just didn't want to show up too soon, so I'll just walk very slowly back. How about that?
I'm
Oh
gonna,
no, you can stay.
I'm
Gonna
You can stay
speak
for as long
up
as
to
you
him.
want.
I want to speak up to him in Draconic.
Alright.
You came all this way just to talk to us. It'd be rather impolite if we didn't extend the hospitality towards you after you traveled so long to get here. So feel free to stay. It's fine.
He looks around at his surroundings again. He says in Draconic, yeah, but it looks like you guys are needing stuff to make this quite a home to be able to sleep in, so maybe I should go. I mean, I don't want to be another bother, because you guys seem to have a lot on your plate.
It's up to you, but we have plenty of rooms, plenty of space.
Yeah, you can see Marcus and the kobold kind of going back and forth in their own language. And he's just like, I don't know, the lady's kind of scaring me now. Maybe I shouldn't be here. And your friend, pointing over at Tezir, and you see him point a claw at you, seems up to something.
Well, to be honest, the woman scares most of us here.
You see the two of them laughing or giving an awkward glare to Bridget.
And Tazir is just a little wary around people he's not entirely comfortable with.
Totally understand. Look, you guys have your own things going. I am going to go ahead and leave for now. I'll stay to the shadows, I'll head back to my cave, I'll go back to my clutch, and you guys won't have to hear from me ever again, okay?
Before he leaves, I'm just going to point out the shack that's right beside the house that, isn't being used at all right now.
Make him
Well,
the
yeah.
dog.
So, yeah, with that, I guess I'll just leave you guys alone. I don't want to be a bother, as he kind of turns back to Common.
That
And
being said, I do want to go check that shack out.
so what's your intent here? Like, he's about ready to take off and leave. Did you want to stop him and say, hey, come check this out, or how do you want to play it?
I mean, if you want to stay, and if you want to be surrounded by earth, there is a cellar here.
Oh, well, that might be interesting to check out. Well, if you guys don't mind, I'll at least stay and look around for a little bit, if you don't mind. Why don't you show me around? He points to Bar.
I will show him to the cellar.
Alright, so you take him over there, you show him the pantry, cellar, and it's like, wow, this is really cozy down here. You could store all kinds of stuff in here and get some good night's sleep.
As soon as they walk down, can I just like step over to Bridget and say, Bridget, there,
Mm-hmm.
that scythe he has, it's like a really strong magical weapon. If we could just like take that, it would really help us out, right?
And what those kobolds get up to, I've seen what goblins and kobolds can do when they're left to their own devices. It might be better if we were to take it.
I agree. So you wanna, like, me, you, and Marcus go down to the cellar with Bar and Desir and take it from him?
Alright, I think we should. We can't trust a kobold with that kind of power.
I agree. And I kind of give Marcus the nod and start to move over towards the cellar door.
So you guys start creeping over to the cellar door, and you can hear Fizzer down there commenting how nice it is down here and everything. The sound of your clumping feet all coming over, all of a sudden kind of makes his ears perk up. Huh? All your friends are coming. Something up?
Not that I know of.
He kind of reaches back for the scythe, brings it to his side. I got a bad feeling about this. It's like the vibe of the room just changed on its own. That drow-looking guy, you'd think I'd be able to trust him, but he's just up to something. You hear the way he talked to me? It looked all kind of suspicious, didn't it?
I'm not suspicious at all.
Huh?
I'm just
Oh.
a normal drow person.
I see. So, friends, what brings you down here all at once?
This is preposterous. Listen, Fizzer, I don't know what you're playing at, but you have no business carrying around a scythe and posing as a worshipper of Nefarious. You are kobold.
I am a worshipper of Nefarious. He thuds the scythe on the ground. I am! And this ichor of darkness just kind of spirals around him, but it's not threatening in any way. It just circles him and kind of holds shape around him. Look, if I'm not wanted here, I'll just leave. It's fine. I didn't mean to cause an alarm, but now you guys are all up in here, and it's like I am trapped. And he kind of stares at the back of the. But
Because I guess I am a cleric. Can I recognize him as a legitimate follower of Nefarious at this moment?
Make a religion check.
Alright.
He carries a weapon that seems to be crafted from the hands of Nefarious' armory. And his claim may seem to hold as this circling darkness kind of spirals around him.
Alright, I was kind of hoping to fail that, but seeing that it seems legitimate, I kind of back off a bit and say, well, there are more things in this world than I know of. If Nefarious sees you as worthy, then I should as well.
Well, I just want to warn you. Even though it looks like I am trapped, it's not me who's trapped. It would be you who's trapped in here with me. I really don't want to hurt any of you, though. You guys were good to me. So, unless you guys are threatening my life, I'll take my leave.
I sigh and look at Tazir.
Going to push my way out of the cellar.
So easy, yeah.
I don't want to be here, so.
Yeah, and as you're pushing your way through, you can see Vizard getting close. What does Bridget do? I mean, he's not in any way attacking, but he does have his.
Oh, I'm not
out.
trying to stop anything. I'm not trying to stop.
He's like using the scythe as a cane, just kind of walking up the stairs, pulling himself up, and he's like looking at you. And if you give him room, he's just gonna walk past you. But if you're gonna stand in the way,
as he approaches, I look to Marcus to like seek some kind of guidance as to what I should do next.
Well, what do you say, Marcus? Or what do you think?
I don't really know the guy. I'm just gonna like look between them both and give like a half shrug. Marcus doesn't even know what to do.
Man, we're giving a uniform shrug.
Everybody's like shrugging as he kind of like, that's what I thought. Look, it's all fair. I get it. People are discriminative towards kobolds, even you guys. But, you know, I just had to come up here and make sure you guys were on the straight and narrow with me.
Tazir just kind of sighs. He doesn't try to stop him.
Yeah, he's walking up the stairs past each and every one of you, and he's like, okay, they didn't attack me. That's good. And he starts walking into the main room, heading towards the door.
I'm going to head toward the back door and let him out.
You're going to head to the back door and guide him out, or what do you want to do? Because he kind of went to the front. Okay, he sees you saying, like, are you motioning
the streets?
Are you motioning him? Okay, so yeah, he would have done whatever it took. Okay, so you motion him to the back. He's like, oh, okay. He goes running over to you and... Well, guys, it was nice meeting you. I hope everything works out for you. And I'll let my clutch know that it had to been them Dogars. And he walks out with Bar. Your friends are strange. But then again, I get it. My people aren't to be trusted. It's understandable.
So I'm going to say bye, and then I'm going to not go back in and go to the shack.
Alright, so are you're telling him goodbye then?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, best of luck to you and yours. And he jumps into a bush and hides. And then he starts to make his way back to where he came. It's getting to be pretty late. This probably took place around 6 in the evening. Storm kind of tapered off for a moment there for her to go around to do the incense before she ran in. And now after that whole scenario, it's about 6:30. Getting close to 7. And Fizzer officially leaves.
Well then.
Tazir just kind of mutters under his breath in Elvish. I could have gotten it. And then, like, just walks back to his room.
Marcus is gonna go back to his room as well and just do his daily of carbon and iron, probably into like the door.
Mm-hmm. Anything else from anybody before nightfall fully hits?
I want to check out this shack real quick just to see if I see anything of value in it.
Alright. Make an investigation. You enter into the shack. You see a bunch of broken tools. Lots of broken tools of the previous owners. There might be one good axe that you could probably use to chop up firewood. But other than that, everything else is in total disarray. Searching the
Anything
floorboards. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Anything I can tell those tinkerer's tools or thieves' tools? Might even broken?
No, most of it looks like farm tools or yard tools, stuff like that. Clippers, shredders, stuff like that. Like there was a reaper scythe to kind of cut the grass with that's been broken. The blade's been shattered. The handle's totally broken off. But you do investigate for a little bit and you find a hidden passageway that kind of goes down a little bit and leads to a big storeroom. Kind of similar to how like back in Heritage where they were hiding in that shack. It's kind of a similar situation where you can go down a little ways and then it expands out to this open like cavern almost, but it's just one solid room. You can definitely tell it's been masoned in as stonework can be seen. Good stonework, by the way.
Going to light a torch or light my lantern, look around real quick. Just a quick little once over.
Yeah, it's vacant of anything but dust. You don't see any bugs. You don't see any moth. You don't see any natural life in here. It looks like this thing has been caved off just right to keep it like well preserved in this region. But there are no tools, no treasures, no loot, just an empty space that could possibly be used for storage.
Okay. Going to exit and shut the trap door and put the lantern out.
Alright.
And go back inside.
Bar rejoins the party. You guys are in your separate locations wherever you want to be. Who's where again? Bar just
I'm
came
in my room.
I'm in my room as well.
Where's Bridget?
I suppose I'm in my room too.
So everybody.
Or maybe hang out with Fernberg in the main room.
Alright, so everybody's hanging out in a room. What about Gideon? Or did Gideon go AFK now?
No,
Oh, there you are.
I'm here. I was not at all involved in the earlier scene.
Yeah, I was like wondering if you were going to chime in or not.
But so I wasn't exactly given a room.
Well, yeah, you can go up there and pick you one that's not occupied if you want. It seems like...
Yeah, I really don't care which one. I'm crashing on the ground.
Alright, so one of the rooms off to the right, probably.
Couple of pelts for, blanket stuff.
Alright, so the whole sleep downstairs
Bed
kind of went out
roll.
the window. So everybody's going to sleep in their own room tonight, or what's the plan? Like, you guys need private time after dealing with Visor. What's everybody's ideal for tonight?
Well, it makes more sense to go to the inn rather than sleep in a crumbling house. So Fernberg and I might agree that we're going to go sleep in the inn and
Yeah,
go and do that.
How far is the house from town?
Like, no more than a 5-minute walk to get to the gate.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's alright.
So Bridget makes it known that her and Fernberg are going to do that, and then Fernberg and Bridget sort out, and they go and
Alright, so what's
they go
everybody...
back to their room at the inn, and they...
Everybody else following suit, or are you just going to stay put?
I'm gonna crash in the house, so
There's broken furniture, but I'm assuming there are decent cushions in there still.
Not really. A lot of it's been rotted out.
I'll follow Marcus's lead.
Like, if you have a bedroll, you'd probably be able to sleep on that.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to my room.
And Marcus was doing what again? Or
I'm
Tezir?
gonna suggest it to Zia. Perhaps yeah, well, I'll sleep downstairs in the main room. If you wanted to go into your trance in the same room, maybe make sure we don't get any home invaders, things like that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
All right. I give a thumbs up and grab my bedroll and drag it downstairs.
Alright.
I'll head downstairs as well, and I'll plop myself down like in front of the door, the main door to the room, and then to my trance.
Alright. So everybody else is situated, right? You went to the inn with Bridget and Fernberg. Fernberg and Bridget went to the inn. Gideon and Bar are upstairs sleeping, and Tezir and Marcus are downstairs sleeping in the common area, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so how are we doing to sleep? Are we like making a watch or anything? Are we preparing? Like, what's your preparation before going to sleep? People at the inn are going to be fine.
I will lock my bedroom door.
Alright. Gideon, you have any preparations you want to make before you just fall asleep, or are you just going to crash?
I mean, I assume the shit locks.
Alright.
But other than that, yeah, no, nothing. So this is our house now.
Alright, yeah. And Bridget and Fernberg, is there any interactions at the inn you want to have beforehand, or just head to the room and call it a night?
Probably not so much interaction because that would just be me talking to myself.
Well,
As much as I would like to do that, I would feel too silly. So we both go to sleep.
I would say you probably have a chance to run in the area or Ninny if needed, but otherwise, yeah. I mean, that option is there if you want to look through it. But if not, Marcus and Tezir are in the base, or the base room, I should say, just not. Alright, so if nobody's on watch at the house, night crawls closer and closer. The twilight hours start to get closer and closer.
After 4 hours, I'm awake, by the way, so.
After 4, you'll be awake. Got it. Are you going right to bed, Tezir? Or not Tezir, Marcus?
I'm just sleeping in the same room that he's
Yeah,
watching
everybody's
over.
just alright. So just everybody's just going. This is my place. I'm just going to bed. 2 hours go by. You're sound asleep. Everybody's doing fine. 3 hours go by. 4 hours. As you're getting to the end of your trance, let's have everybody at the house make a wisdom saving throw.
This is gonna go well.
Tazir, as you wake up, you're awake, but you can't move. And make a perception check, because I'm not going to totally oust you. Ooh, Gideon, you're just paralyzed in bed. You see lights outside the window from where you're at. You can hear the laughter of children dancing through the air. You can see like ancient ruined buildings in a ghostly visage. Then it fades. Then it reappears and you're kind of frozen in place. Gideon, you wake up and you can't move and you don't know why. It's cold. Both of you feel very cold right now. And then all of a sudden, Gideon, you start hearing this children laughter, ghostly, just dancing through the air. You kind of glance towards the window from where you're laying, and you too can see like this ghostly visage of ruins just appearing and then disappearing, like some vagrant light that's going out and in. Go ahead and make another wisdom save, you two, for trying to break it.
All of us?
No, just you two, Tazir and Gideon. Everybody else just naturally slept through it. finally, Tazir, you break through it and you're like able to move. So anything you want to do while you're getting out of your trance, and now finally able to move.
I'm gonna message Marcus from where I am. Try to get him to wake up.
Make a perception
Marcus!
check, Marcus.
Marcus! Wake up, Marcus!
You hear this loud voice kind of arouse you from sleep. You tilt your head up and you hear this ghostly call of children just laughing. Looking out the window, you see this bright light of white, and then it fades, and then it comes back, and it looks like old ruins that are just kind of sitting there, and then they disappear as fast as they show.
Okay, so I'm guessing there's no chance of rolling like a history. Is that fading that quick?
Unless you're proficient in religion.
Religion. Ooh, I'm not. Okay.
Then no.
Alright, I'm just gonna hold my my sword close to me.
Alright.
I'm not wearing armor at the moment, obviously, and I'm gonna just kind of scoot up and try, yeah,
She went to the end. Like a smart person.
and just take it very slowly to move over to see.
Alright. Yeah, and this continues for about another 10 minutes. Gideon, go ahead and roll another wisdom save to get out of it. And you break free of it. You're awake, you're cold, and you're able to move. You can kind of do whatever you want to do to investigate this.
Where's Bar's room in relation to mine?
I would say he'd be next door to you. Is that fair enough to say, Bar? Bar? He's asleep, he can't hear us. Go ahead. Razor?
I mean, if it's canon,
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're either across from each other or he's right next door to you.
I feel like next door would be more appropriate to what I want to try here.
Alright, so what do you want to do?
Start knocking on the wall, trying to get his attention. Holy!
Wow, was that you, Cutter? You sound robotic as hell.
Cutter's internet is dying.
Yeah. Razor, go ahead and leave and come back. Refresh. Yeah, your mic is like lit up. You're in robot mode.
It's really bad auto tune.
You are in robot mode, sir. Please come back. Try again. Technical difficulties. No, you're a robot. Get the hell out of Discord and log back in, dude. Log back in already. Log out. Log in. You're still showing in the room. Get the hell out.
No, you could just kick him with your administrative powers.
Nah. I want to make sure he can do it, though. Because I'm getting like 2 bars on the connection. So I'm starting to wonder if they're having server issues.
I mean, mine's usually working fine, so...
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ash, you're having a wonderful dream about the Raven Queen.
Oh, that's nice. Those are my favorite dreams.
I'm telling you. Like, you can see birds chirping and the Raven Queen holding out her long, elegant finger, and they just kind of dance along her finger as she's just chirping away at them as well. It's like, ah, lovely birds.
She is the embodiment of beauty and grace.
So she just have the one finger.
And she kind of points. And then what she's pointing at looks like the place where you now reside.
And I look to where she's gesturing.
and you can see the building of your home fading in and out of the material plane and reappearing in an ethereal-like plane. And she just says simply, somebody needs to quit playing with the death switch. But it's all a dream. Alright, so...
Can I wake up and act on this dream, or am I just like, this is a nice dream?
Let's make a... I'll let you make an investigation check in your sleep. Disadvantage, to see if this is worth waking up to. No.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. No. It's not.
Oh, don't waste your nat 20 like that. Come on.
Sorry.
It's a nat 20.
I called disadvantage before she rolled, so yeah. And my sending stone is going off, so... And I don't know that number. Give me just a second.
Is Razor calling you?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Alright, cool. No, that was a wrong number.
Razor head. Ah! His internet went to low 3G.
Alright, well, I tell you what we can't do. We are about 2 hours in. How about we take a quick break? We'll take a break. About 5 minutes. And we'll see if you can't fix that.
What?
Hey, there you are.
Okay, I think it's okay.
Yeah, you sound non-robotic. I tell you what, though, I'm still going to take a quick break here to get something to drink. So if anybody else wants to use the facilities, get you a drink, let's go ahead and do that now, and then we'll get right back into it and see what the heck is going on here. So, yeah, feel free to keep things chatty.
Freaking out, man. I'm freaking out.
Good, that's the way I want it.
Did I miss anything if anyone was here?
Not yet, no.
Now you're asleep, so you're fine.
Okay, I was saying yes to me and Gideon having like side-by-side rooms.
Yeah. Is that the way you picked it, or like you guys, like as soon as you walk in up the stairs to the right, I would assume is Gideon, and to the right of that is you. Would you say that's a fair assumption?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I kind of mapped it out. So that's how it was. And Gideon was just banging on the wall trying to wake you up. But we'll get into that in just a second here. We'll make sure everybody's back. And why is there a poop on my Discord screen now?
It's Ghost Chasers? Ghost Adventures? I can't remember the name.
Oh.
Hey, demons, it's me, your boy.
Yeah, I was actually gonna post that, but
That has got to have a load of dark history. Hey there, demons. It's me, your boy. Aaron, get into bed with me, man. And we can feel the vibrations together. What? Okay. That's a little out of context. But yeah, whenever we left off, kind of went to a dream sequence with Ash, Bridget, and she saw the Raven Queen pointing at her house, and it looked like it was blinking in and out of existence. But it's just a dream. She can't make nothing of it.
can I try talk to my sword.
You can try whatever you want. This is D&D, friend.
So while this weird shit's happening, I'm gonna just slice my finger on my dagger, and then let it bleed into the crimson lock of my scabbard that's attached to the guard of my sword, and feed it. And the pommel's gonna light up a bit, and I'm just gonna place my hand on the handle and just kind of mumble, "Spin, did you anything about what's happening here?"
You get no response. The sword hums in your hand, but there's no response.
Sophia, what do in this situation?
Do you want to know what I would do, or what the people I used to be around would do?
No, the voice of laughing children once again is heard in the air. Ha 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 ha.
Perhaps we should check on the other two.
I'm just wary that if we leave the room, they might see it as an invitation to take our place and come in.
Oh well, I guess we can find anything. But about this time, you hear Gideon, you're banging on the wall for Bar to get up. Bar, make a perception check with advantage since you're close.
Please
Yeah,
do
you wake
badly.
up.
Damn
He
it.
wakes up. He wakes up. You hear this loud boof, 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 and the occasional laughing of children.
I'm going to run downstairs.
The bump gets further away as you walk away from the room where it was coming from, and then you kind of go downstairs and see Tazir and Marcus kind of in an alert state. You can look out the windows and clearly see like a visage of white light kind of igniting for a moment and then fading. The voice of ghost-like children kind of chatter across the winds, and then the ruins, these white ruins, kind of appear and then disappear.
Okay, if I can tell, if I could tell that was Gideon banging and I just ran past him, I'm going to go back and go back to his room.
Well, Marcus, Tazir, you see the halfling come down for a moment. Did you want to say anything to him before he goes back up the stairs?
I guess I'd just say, like, do you have any idea what's going on?
I just woke up. Do you?
Just asking.
How much time has passed since I started knocking to at least this point?
You got a good dent in these walls, and it's probably been about a minute or two.
I'm going to try to go through his door.
Yeah, you walk back up the stairs and you hear the beating getting louder and louder, and you open the door and you can see Gideon knocking against the wall.
The door is locked.
Oh, well then you don't.
So I'm still
locked.
beating against the wall.
You're like trying to go into his room and it's locked. I mean, you can easily fix that though.
Are you okay in there?
Okay, so help me out here. There's children laughing and weird shit going on outside of my room, and now there's a voice at my door.
Yeah, but you recognize this one.
Oh, damn it. I'm gonna start beating on the wall harder to see if I can broke through it.
There's another way to remediate this bar.
I mean, I don't know if he's having trouble in there.
Well,
And I
you hear
don't
the
wanna walk
knocking
in
getting
and blast
wilder. The wall's getting. His percussionist beats very unrhythmic.
Start yelling, Bar, wake up!
Okay, I'm going to try my. You know, we gotta repair it anyway. I'm gonna kick down the door.
What? Alright, so the mastermind thief, the rogue,
Okay,
is going to kick down the door like a
we have to
berserker.
repair
No,
it
you
anyway.
said it. Go. Let's have an
Roll your
athletics check.
strength.
Yeah, roll your athletics check since you didn't want to do a thieves' tool. Wow, he kicked it open. Surprise, surprise. So all of a sudden you hear a loud "Boof!" as the door bounces off its hinges. Well, not off its hinges, but off the lock. Forcing the door open, and it slams. All of a sudden, there's a shadowy figure at your door.
Bar, someone's in here!
Boom, 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 banging away at the wall. He's not even sure it's you yet, Bart.
It's me.
He identifies himself.
Are you okay?
Okay, we're good. So if I hit the one on there, like, you're just a ghost, Bar's in there.
No, I'm banging on his wall. But no, you recognize Bar and you're like, oh, better cut that out. Or maybe you'll keep knocking, I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
No, if it's Bar, I'll quit the knocking.
Alright.
Oh, hi, Bar.
What?
There's stuff going on.
Really? I haven't noticed.
Well, I thought you were in there.
So, can I tell, like, he's obviously, frozen or whatever?
No, I passed my whiz
He
save.
broke out
Good.
again. He broke
I
out of it.
missed
That's
that.
why you started banging on your wall. Yeah. So Tazir, Marcus are downstairs. You two are upstairs. What do you want to do? Anybody?
The two downstairs are already up. I'm going to go down there.
I'll put on my loincloth and start going down.
Oh my god. Oh god. Good thing it's dark. You didn't see a thing. There was probably a giant sensor bar down there. You couldn't even see it. It's fine. Or a little sensor bar. I guess it depends on perspective. Alright, so...
Okay, I'm going to meet up with Marcus and Azure down there.
Alright, so they come back down the stairs. And this continues on for another 5-10 minutes.
I'm going to pull out my sword just to be absolutely safe.
When I see him pull out his sword, I'll pull out my sword hilt.
Alright, so continuing on as you guys just kind of look around wondering what to do and kind of lost in thought, you just continuously hear these children whispers in the wind. The light starts to dim out a bit as time starts to go by, and then eventually fades away as 4 a.m. crawls around. The children's laughter starts to die out as you guys all spend about an hour trying to figure this out. And then eventually everything ghostly stops.
Wonder what that was.
Well, it's gone now.
Perhaps
Going
now
to-
we have a reason why they'd give us such a large house.
Going to go to the front door and unlock it and look out.
Alright, you see your front yard. Are you looking for something in particular?
Going to kind of call out and hello.
You hear a bunch of birds jump off of one limb and then just a soft flutter.
Okay, I'll shut the door and lock it. And if there are any extra locks, lock those.
Okay. Yep, all the locks are
Oh,
locked.
okay.
us going Looney Tunes on this. So yeah, you see Bar over there just locking the front door up. But everything seems to have subsided, so what do you guys want to do? Tazir, you will have a full rest. However, I do believe everybody else will need at least 2 hours more to get their full rest. Bridget, you get a full rest. Fernberg, you get a full rest. Alamar just gets to be.
I still feel tired though.
Yeah, just go back to bed.
I'm going to tell Tizir and Marcus, come wake me if this happens again. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, but one thing that might be slightly difficult depending on the situation though, because when I woke up, it like paralyzed me and it made me feel like even colder than usual.
And Gideon, you recognize that?
I'm going to. Do I see any open windows?
With it being like late fall, I would say you had them all closed, but none of them are open now.
Okay, I was going to go shut the windows and say that might help.
No. No, the fire died down though, if there was one.
When you go light the fire.
Alright, so you spend a little time. You could actually like throw some of this old furniture as firewood in there and start a fire if you want it. And before long, a usable fire is ignited in the fireplace, starting to warm the interior.
I'll walk past his ear and say that might help with the cold. I don't know how to help you with the other, but come get me if this happens again. And I'm going to go back upstairs and go to bed.
Alright. What's Gideon doing?
I'd just be going back to bed if all the excitement's died down.
Does he feel safe alone?
I mean, aside from not being able to move when I got up, nothing bad happened.
I was just
Now, if there were ghostly shits coming out of my, closet or something, I'd be like, yeah, no.
Okay. Just checking. I remember you had a bag that could bring you a furry creature if you needed comfort, so.
I thought you were asking if I was going to try, Bart, can I sleep with you now?
No, I wouldn't go that far. Like, I could see you, I need something fuzzy to keep me so comfy and throw it down or whatever, but you do you. I'm just thinking out loud here. So, everybody kind of returns to bed, and the morning kind of gets a little later. Bridget, you get up whenever you want, and you can return whenever you want. You're perfectly fine. You're perfectly sound. You had a great sleep. You and Fernberg did. And at this point, where everybody has finally, for the most part, gotten a complete night's rest, you can now level up.
Level 5?
Yeah, how about that?
You just had to spend a night in a haunted house.
You just had to get sleep, but still, shit happens, you know?
Okay, I get a bunch of great shit with this level 2.
Alright, so first off, I'll ask all my gamblers who wants to roll HP.
Screw that noise.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll that d12.
Roll that bad boy. Good luck, good luck. That's not
It's
bad.
the average.
Yeah, that's not bad. Alright.
Rogue is 8, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Reroll.
Bring it.
No, it's a reroll. If you roll a 1, you get to reroll it once. There you go, you got a 4. Because, like I said, Matt Mercer does it, I'll do it too. Because that does sound fair. You don't want your character to be totally gimped if possible. So, reroll a 1 once, just like we do on stats. What about you, Bridget? You keeping your average?
Yeah, average for me.
And I assume Fernberg's probably doing the same, but that's his business whenever he's ready to level. Let's see. So some of you will get new abilities. Some of you might even get spells, right?
Yeah, I get a couple spells.
Alright, so if there's anything I need to be aware of while you're leveling up, let me know. Otherwise, we can just keep going. If you guys need a
I think
moment
I
to
get
finish.
uncanny dodge. I think that's it.
I get extra attack and some move speed, which is nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. The extra attacks. I better keep that in mind.
And all of our proficiency bonuses go up.
Yeah.
I get unlimited power if you don't mind.
No, I do mind.
Oh.
No unlimited power for you. Sorry, Aladdin.
I think this now makes me the fastest member of the party.
Uncanny dodge. That's going to be useful. Alright, hold on me one moment. Hello? There we go.
We're here.
Yo.
Yeah, had to deal with something real quick. Alright, so
Oh,
anything else on the leveling up? Are we good everywhere? Anybody need something?
I'm fine.
I think I'm fine as well.
Alright. Bridget, you good?
More or less.
More or
Yeah,
less?
I'm okay, I guess.
We just got some spells to
Yeah.
get.
Make sure you have your
Yeah, I
prepared
don't
list.
have my third level spells in, but I'm doing it as we go.
Alright.
I don't want to hold everybody up.
Oh, this is the perfect time to do it, because right now you guys got to debate what you're going to do with the morning as soon as you all wake up. Feeling fresh, renewed.
I'm going to have some oatmeal.
There you go. You go down and order some oatmeal.
All lucky points get renewed on long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a rough morning. It's about 8 a.m. for the rest of you. And for the most part, you were able to get through the night. It was a little chilly there for a while, but after it all faded in about 4 in the morning, you guys managed to finish off your long rest. And you're ready to start your day. Tazir, you've been up for like 4 hours now, and you're unsure what you can do with it. I mean, if you want. Was there anything you wanted to do during that 4 hours where everybody else went back to bed?
Zero would just be like on constant alert, like look. Well, he would like detect magic multiple, like ad nauseum, to just like keep a lookout for any more strange occurrences.
Yeah, you constantly see the auras of like things that you're aware of, like your friend's gear, but
Mhm.
nothing beyond that. And yeah, Bridget wakes up with Fernberg. They have oatmeal. They're chilling out at the tavern. She's kind of going over this weird dream she had, and she's like, "It's probably nothing." And Fernberg's probably like, "Yeah,
Well,
Bridget, you need to quit worrying about stuff like that. It's not very healthy
I'm
for
good.
you."
I'm talking about my plans to get the group out to the graveyard and cleanse it.
Alright. So yeah, you two kind of talk about that. And
Is shit moving there?
I moved shit there, yeah.
Okay.
No, it was a
But-
ghost.
I thought I was like tweaking out there for a second.
I was trying to see if this token would be on top of that map, and I didn't want to put it on a different layer. But yeah, don't worry about it. So yeah, what do you want to... Bridget, you get done eating. Is there anything else you want to do?
We're gonna go back to the house.
Alright, so Bridget rejoins everybody back at the house about 8:30 a.m. Everybody else, are you woken up by this time and heading downstairs, or what's the status? Somebody just fell out of bed.
Razor's cat just fucked something up, so what happened?
No. Well, what is Gideon doing? Because we know where Tazir and Marcus are. Gideon?
Gideon's not really too worried about the furniture. Like, is there just like Like some of these splinters of the wood, can they be carved into stakes so I can start putting pelts all over the wall?
Sure. Let's see. You.
And that is precisely what I'm doing.
No,
I'm
go ahead.
making basically wall tacks out of broken furniture to put pelts on the wall.
Tell you what, make a survival check as you're trying to chop this into a specific tool of sorts. It's crude, elementary, but that's all you need it for. It's nothing too fancy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's not fancy, but it's crude, and you can post your pellets. But while you're doing that, after you finish your little project, do you want to join them downstairs?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Gideon, what are you doing? Or not Gideon, Bar, what do you want to do? I already said Gideon.
I'm going to walk downstairs, and as I pass Gideon's room, I'm just going to look at what he's doing, and then just not even do anything, keep going.
You see this, yeah, see these crude spike enhancements to his room. And then eventually you all come back downstairs, and Bridget and Fernbird rejoins the group as you all meet in the common room.
Good morning, everybody. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, well, I did, I guess, but the others didn't.
Going to go to do we have a big table for everyone to sit at, I'm assuming?
You have a table, but the benches are broken.
Okay, we need to talk. I'm talking to Bridget.
Eh?
Didn't you go around this house with some religious protection?
Oh, yes. That's my purification ritual. It might look a little bit strange, but I promise you there's nothing odd about it.
Well, it didn't work too well last night.
What do you mean?
I'm sure Tazir got more, seen than I did, so I'm going to look at him for the input.
Well, when I woke up, I couldn't move, and I was really cold. And, I managed to, will myself out of it, but I heard, children, laughing and stuff outside, and it sounded all ghostly and stuff. And this, weird architecture kept popping in and out as, lights were going on, and it was really weird.
I listen with my hand over my mouth and my eyes really wide, and I think about my dream. And I go, do you guys think that it was ghosts?
Sure, sounded like it.
Do you?
That's so exciting. We might
hear
be
a
able
knock at the door.
Ah!
I will go answer the door, I guess.
Yeah, as you answer the door, this little messenger boy's there. Hi, I was sitting here to send a message. I heard you guys are doing the graveyard cleansing. The guild sent me with this scroll. And he hands it to whoever answers, which is Bar.
I look around at everyone and I say, I'm not sure. Do we need to cleanse this house before we head off to the graveyard?
You do know that the graveyard's 2 blocks behind your house, right?
Going to kind of look out, never mind. I'm in the front.
Yeah. Facing forward, you don't see it, but if you were to look out up top at one of the rooms that are on the north side of the hallway, since you guys were on the south, you wouldn't have seen it anyway. And the people who had a north room were at the end, so nobody could have seen it. But yeah, sure enough, the messenger's yeah, there's a graveyard that's 2 blocks behind you. You just go up the road a little ways and bam, there's the graveyard. There's spooky things that happens, but I guess that's why they sent for you guys to take care of it, right? Anyway, here's this missive, and he kind of holds out a hand.
I will take it and say, are there any rumors about this house?
No, it's just one of the guild halls' homes that they have for adventuring companies. Whoever had it last just left it in such a way that that's all I know. I mean, it's been here. Sometimes me and my friends used to come in here and just kind of hide out, but they told us to leave.
Okay, well,
Uh,
it's occupied now, so.
Yes, I can see that, sir. And he's still holding out his hand as if waiting for something.
I'm going to walk over to the messenger, and I'm going to look at him directly in the eye, and I'm going to say, "By the radiance of the Raven Queen, we will put the waking dead back to sleep."
Are you trying to intimidate him? I would
No,
like
I'm
you
just
to make
letting
an
him know.
intimidation check, though, because he's taking this message.
Well, I'm
totally
not
wrong.
intentionally intimidating
Yeah,
him.
yeah, go ahead and make it, though. Yeah, you weren't that intimidating. He's like, that's nice, ma'am. Tip? He's still holding his hand
Oh,
out.
yes.
And I give him a few silver.
Okay, thank you very much. I wasn't expecting this much. I'll be sure to make sure all your letters get here on time. And he dashes off your porch and makes his way back towards the guild hall, or wherever he was going. You have this,
So, we've got a job to work on.
yeah, you got this rolled up sheaf of paper right now.
I wait expectantly to hear what it says.
Alright, so who wants to open it and I'll read it out to you? Who wants
Right,
to
I would
open the
appreciate
letter?
that.
Yeah, you have it. You were the one that answered the door. You have it. Do you want it? You want to know what it says? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Alright, so you unroll it, you start reading. It says, "To the Huckleberry Corps, we are aware that you have taken one of the job postings from the top floor, which indicate that the graveyard needs to be cleansed. In order to do this, you will need to take one Tierra Light Mage with you. She shall be in town around noon. They will be sending her out right away so that you guys can get started on this sometime tonight. She will be here for the next 3 days, so if you guys are not in a hurry to start this job, you can wait till tomorrow, but she will definitely be available as soon as this afternoon. Yours truly, Lionel Sullivan." Post stamped.
Uh, it, okay, so a couple questions. Is there directions to where to meet her at? Do we know where to meet her at, or is she going to be coming by here?
Judging from the paperwork, you figured you can get more information if you stop by the guild after noon.
Okay.
Then they can direct you. They just wanted to let you know that she's coming to town today.
Then maybe for the morning we can spend time doing up our house.
Our haunted house.
Ooh. What's everybody's input? You want to go shopping?
Yeah, there's why not.
Alright, so you guys wrote on your list, right? The list that was
I'm
in the journal?
literally doing that now. I've been doing it.
Alright.
I thought other people would be, but I checked. No one did anything, so it was
Yeah.
just writing up what people had mentioned.
Yeah.
I think that Fernberg might maybe like to make a little like plot to farm outside.
But I don't want to decide what Andy would like to do. But I think that maybe something like that might be something that Fernberg would do.
Alright, we'll keep that in mind. So we're looking at general structure repair of the entire house is what you're coming up with. Renovate the main room. Alright, so one of the things that you might want to do is investigate the local area for people who can help you in that regard.
Yeah.
You'll probably be able to find a place to buy kitchenware pretty easy. And you'll probably need to go to a furniture shop for the other necessities. And probably you might have to go visit Sprigget to get some of these other general goods. So, how do you want to start?
I think I just mentioned. Oh, I somehow fucked up that. There we go. Deciding on like colors, maybe we can like get paint for the house as well and make it look real nice. I figure maybe we go to the bank, get the money from that, and then maybe then get some stuff. Like we'll try and find some laborers to do it for us. at least we'll have the money up front for him as well.
All right.
And I'll help.
All right. So it sounds like the first objective is to find the bank. Being in this town for a while, Marcus, you're pretty aware where everything is, I would say. And you're aware where the bank is. The bank is probably a couple roads up the north where it's more like a noble district. And you definitely know that's more of a financial district before it heads into like the noble residential area. So heading up there, you find the bank branch. Boy, I can't remember the name. I felt like I had a name for this, but I will come up with the name and give it to you next week if it becomes more of an issue. But for now, it's just a generic bank where you can come in and also trade in your gold for platinum or platinum for gold if you need to convert coins and currency to lighten your load. You walk in, you see a few people just managing clerk desk and a giant vault behind them. The vault opens every so often as they go and make currency exchange, but for the most part you're aware that that must be where all the money is kept. Approaching one of the ladies who's running the counter, she kind of looks you up and down and asks, what can I do for you today?
We actually have this payment slip here for a job we just completed. We're hoping to get it. Whoever had it, I don't know who had it. But,
yeah, whoever had it, we think Fernberg did, and he'll hand it over. For 1,500 gold from the guild. Oh, okay. You guys are a company now, the Huckleberry Corp.
That's right.
Can I see your written thing that they gave you? And I'll have you sign some paperwork, and then I'll get you your money, okay? So she's asking you for the contract to look at. And then she kind of draws...
Whoever has that?
Yeah. Yeah. And then she's drawing up some paperwork, and she says, all right, I'll ask bluntly, is there a financial officer in your company yet, or have you decided?
Gideon can do money.
You hear this halfling down there.
Gideon can do money, but Bar seems to have a way with that kind of thing.
I would personally be very happy to take care of everyone's coin.
Okay, very well. Then here's the slip. Let me have you sign that while I check my sending stone.
Bank music blows.
Dude? Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Hello.
Yep. I had to give my keys up so that somebody can run the town. A little bit busier. Alright, so what were we doing? We were making paperwork, and Bar's been noted as the financial advisor, or the financial officer. So Bar gets some extra paperwork, and you're looking this paperwork over, Bar. Is there anything you want to discern out of this, or you just taking it at face value?
I'm carefully reading it.
Alright, make an investigation check. As you're reading over this contract, make your investigation check there. So you see Bar looking at this contract that he just got from the paperwork, reading every bit of fine print that he can find, making sure everything's squared away. Reading this paperwork, it gets a little wordy, and it definitely gets a little bit long. It's like they're saying a lot of the obvious things without, putting emphasis on short-term memory, like, just say this instead of saying this long sentence. However, as you kind of read through it, you realize that there's an opportunity for your company to open up a savings. And if your company manages to save enough money, they can gain interest over time, which might be able to provide even more funds if you have like a significant amount of money that needs to be put away. Other than that, there's nothing elusive or deceptive. It seems like a very legitimate business, and you're free to sign this contract however you want to sign it. So type in your name, how you want to sign it.
I'm going to look around everyone. Do we want to make this account or do we want to hold the money ourselves?
I mean, I suppose technically we could have both. Just maybe a backup supply, backup mana, in case things go rough at the bank, but otherwise it's up to you, financial man.
Okay, leave the road for the financial decisions.
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't you?
So I'm going to, I guess, sign it, yeah?
Alright, you signing it full name or just bar?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me just put that somewhere. I'm going to put it in your contract as well here.
Fanfic says, Bridget, I don't like the idea of giving our money to this halfling. And Bridget says, oh, it's probably okay.
Actually, I'm going to scratch out that and actually put my entire name.
Alright.
Can we get Ash to voice act Fernberg even when Andy is here?
Shit. She's got it on key, doesn't she? Alright, so you sign it fully with your name. I don't know why I separated that. Alright, financial advisor is now Bar Willowhallow, and she says, alright, so how do you want this? Do you want me to put it in your account, or do you want me to give you a certain amount now? I mean, what's your general plan here?
Is there any way that we can give slips to the merchants in this town so they can withdraw directly from our account on the amount that we give them?
Oh, you need a bank book then? By all
Yes.
means. Yeah, well, make a deposit and I'll draw you one up.
Okay. And, yeah, I'm going to ask the group how much do we want to keep.
I do have a pertinent question. How much of Gideon's money are you holding, Var?
I'm only holding, like, the amount that you gave me, I think 60 gold.
After the fight pit?
You didn't give me any after the fight, but...
I thought you took it after the fight pit.
Oh, you kept the 100. You kept that.
Yeah, so how much are you depositing? Like-
How much do we need to deposit for it to collect interest?
How much? You never gave me a price on that.
You would assume it would have to be a pretty high sum for it to be worthwhile. Like, it's a 1%. So,
I
like
would
1,000.
I would assume at minimum 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
We can leave like 1,000 in there, unless like
You put in
urgently.
1,000. Okay,
Yeah.
take the 500 and split it amongst us.
Mm.
Alright, so is that the plan?
Yep. I guess.
Alright. Bar, you have a new item in your inventory. Huckleberry Corpse funds, 1,000 gold, has been deposited into the bank book. She comes out with a bank book, and it's like pretty much like your checks, except you can tell there's definitely enchantment on it. It's like a light enchantment. So there's some magical means of keeping track of the money. So She hands you this small book. She says, all you got to do, write down the business that you're associating with, how much money from the bank account you want withdrawn, and then sign it off at the bottom. And then whenever we get the slip from them, they get the money from us, and it'll be verified by magic that they actually went through this transaction with you. So everything around here is protected.
Do they do individual accounts?
They can, yeah.
Because if he's only got 60 of mine, I have a whole lot of money to put in there.
In that
Yeah,
case,
I was going to make one just for me too.
All right, I'm going to put bank book for company, and then if you guys want me to, I will make you bank books for individuals. Anybody else want an account? As she happily looks for everybody, because she's like getting a commission off every account she starts.
No, but I do want to convert all my silver and copper into gold, so I'm gonna do that.
Alright, so feel free to go ahead and swap that up.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that.
Alright, and I will make Gideon's bank book. And this is for me to also see, so whatever you want to put in there, put it in there, and then that makes sure I have it, so it's protected. Because if you have it, it's not protected. Let me actually assign that. I didn't do that yet. Alright. Anything else at the bank for anybody else? Like you can,
I'm doing some conversions real quick.
yeah, feel free to convert your copper and silver into gold, or gold into platinum if needed.
You haven't given me my
Yeah, I'm working on yours now. I got Gideon's done. Bars, bank book.
Then it was 71 a pop to toss in the group thing.
yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can deduct that.
And I have all of Fernberg's money, so I pay for both Fernberg and I.
What are you paying for?
Fernberg gives all his money to me to hold, so Bridget pays for both her and Fernberg.
Oh, okay.
I'll open a bank for Zero and I as well, like a holdings.
For the both of you? One account or separate? Are you two together? She says assuming.
Something like that, yes.
And
I'm
you
gonna
both-
give an innocent. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cute. So the two of you want an account together then. Okay, so this will be Tazir and Marcus account. Or bank book. Let me just keep making it bank book. Alright, and this will be for both of you. Now, I am trusting you guys to an extent that you won't be, like, writing numbers that don't belong there.
Of course, like
Yeah.
that'd be wacky.
Yeah. No point in trying to play a funny one. Now, Bar, on the other hand, you can make,
Of course.
Bar can make checks to actually manipulate his book if he wanted to. So,
Uh-huh.
but that, it comes with consequences, so take care. I'm going to put current book balance, and then you guys determine how much you want to put in there. Should be in both of your journals now.
So we put everything in as gold, I'm assuming?
Thank you.
I put platinum and gold in. Platinum for
Yeah,
stack
platinum and gold.
keeping, and gold for like smaller purchases I might write for.
That sounds good. Yeah, you can kind of edit it a bit, make this your secondary spot to put your money findings, and then you keep all your items on wherever you want to keep those.
I'll keep
without-
money findings in the inventory until I can get to the bank, because it's not like the bank book magically accepts money into it.
You know what? I'm going to make a folder for bank items. Not BDSM, I said bank. Dear Lord, somebody's. That's what my figure is.
Okay. Done with mine.
Alright. Alright, so all those bank books will be under bank items. But you'll only be able to see the ones you have access to. Alright, so Huckleberry Corpse Funds is 1,000 gold pieces. Gideon's got his buddy taken care of.
Yeah, considering I haven't had to buy like a fucking thing.
1 gold, 1 silver, what?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck you too, dude. That was rude. I do not suck. He decided to write I suck. in
Did
his
you
bank
shit
book.
talk Star in your bank book?
He does realize I'm gonna charge him now. Alright, let's see here. We still got a few more things to get through before we call it. So, if you're done with your bank, what else would you guys like to do with the rest of your day?
Do I need to hire some underlings for contractor work to fix the house?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kind of mentioning this as you're in the bank by chance?
Yeah, I'm going to ask the clerk that we're talking to, like, where's the nearest furniture store?
Oh, you guys need furniture. Well, let me see here. Let me double check my notes.
You obviously knew this one was coming in.
Well, I had some of this kind of ready, but some of it not. Furniture store, it's going to be kind of generic for now, but it'll definitely get improved as soon as you kind of build on it. But there is a repair shop, which you will need for, like, let's see here. She tells you about Galantine's fixer-uppers. And if you guys want to go ahead and head there, I'll keep going with the description. So as you guys start heading towards this location she told you about on the other side of town, on a billboard by the door there's a sign that reads, "If it's broken, we can fix it. If it's shattered, we'll find a replacement. If it's dead, well, you should go to the temple to get revives. Can't help there." And upon entering, you can smell woodworking and metal smithing in the air. A forge and a mini sawmill can be seen as you look into the back of the shop. And this half-orc with black sooty hair and pot marks all over his clothing, dressed in an apron and got these big leather gloves on, kind of tilts up and looks at you with one broken tusk. He offers a smile and greets you, let's see here. He greets you with a broken off tusk awkwardly, yeah. He goes, "Hello, welcome to my shop. I am Samuel Galantine. How can I help you guys?" Okay, anybody?
We're looking for repairs to a house.
You know, whenever I'm gonna get silence, I'm just gonna be like, "Anybody? Crickets? Really?" Alright, so you're looking for repairs, you say? Back in character, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, well, where are you at? And I can go out there and make an estimate. And what all do you need repairs on? He kind of pulls out a notepad and starts writing down in a pencil.
Okay, so this is an actual shop owner, right?
Yeah, this is an actual shop owner.
Okay,
He looks
okay.
like he does a lot of the work himself.
Okay. And, I will give him the address and, tell him I will pay extra if you, would do this today.
Oh, I could definitely go out there and survey it for you real quick, and then we could see what we can get done in a day, but no guarantee we can get it all done, you know what I mean? I'll definitely have some boys come out there and check it out as soon as I get done, though. I'll head to your
Okay.
address, and I'll write you up a quote. You just tell me everything you want me to look at in particular, though. Make sure I got the right information.
I mean, foundation and everything, and, you know, make sure that whatever weight we're going to put on the top floor isn't going to fall through the floor.
Absolutely. Sounds like a plan. Alright, well, I'll get me and the boys on there as soon as I get done estimating it. And he kind of calls back to one of his other workers. "Go ahead and watch the shop for a little bit. I'm going to go out and get this done." And they're like, "Alright, boss. Is there anything else you guys need before I head over?" Oh, and you got the key. I'll go ahead and invite myself in unless one of you is going to be there.
Speaking of this key, how many keys do we have? Because I feel like a visit to a smith
I
to
think
make a
you've
couple
only
extra
got
keys.
one. Yeah, it sounds like you only have one, so you might need to get a copy made.
Yeah.
Or I was gonna go with him and let everyone else just go do whatever they need
Alright,
to. And
so-
I'm going to
Can-
hand the bank book.
Can we get a copy of this key, like imprint, like, or sketch on it to take to a smith to make before you go fucking off to God knows where?
Sure.
Well, here's
So,
the question: did you lock the door behind you? You might not even have to have the key.
I doubt there was anything in there to steal.
Yeah. So you could probably hand off the key and let somebody else make a copy while you're like, I left the door unlocked, but I'll let you in.
Okay.
And he's like, that's perfect. You can show me everything that's got you worried, and I'll let you know if it's sound or not. So he comes out with pad, papers, some tools of sorts to kind of graph out what's going to happen when he gets there. And he's like, all right. He gets up on his horse and starts heading towards your house with you. The rest of you, what do you want to do?
Fernberg and Bridget talks in an aside to Fernberg. She talks about wanting to find a shop that sells diamonds and gems that are of some value. She's specifically looking for one that's worth 300 gold.
Might want to check with Sprigget. I mean, that's the DM saying. I don't know what everybody else would suggest.
Alright, I'll check with Sprigget.
Alright. Everybody just sticking with her, or where are we going?
Gideon probably would have gone with the dude in bar.
Alright, so you're going with bar.
Because I don't want them fucking up my nice wall hangings, my high class.
Yeah, your awesome pole bars, your pole dancers, or something.
My pelts on the wall for wallpaper.
Yeah. So you're heading back there to make sure your shit still stays the same. Don't mess this up. You got it. Alright, so as you're going to Sprigget, give me a second while I get her voice ready. Definitely busy shop. A few patrons are inside there buying random supplies. You walk in, ding ling ling, and you can hear her going off a mile a minute. And if you need anything else, let me know. I got all these special supplies. And she's just constantly going over her spiel, trying to force whatever she can onto somebody. Oh, that sounds interesting. You know what? I wasn't thinking I needed that, but yes, I'll take one. And you can hear that kind of conversation taking place multiple times. And then finally she gets to you guys like, oh, it's you guys again. How are you all doing? Did you have fun? Is everything all right? I've heard you guys were away for a while. How was everything when you left? I hope you just going on and on and on till somebody decides to stop her.
We had quite a successful expedition, don't you think, everybody?
It could have been a little better, but yeah.
Oh, that's excellent. That means you must have many, many coins you wish to spend. Tell me, what can I look for you? Because I've been picking up a lot of new items.
I have a special request, if you don't mind.
By all means.
Do you sell diamonds of some value, by any chance?
Well, I have been collecting a bunch of gems from a bunch of strangers who found them in random places, which I'm not allowed to ask, but I do have some. We could take a look.
Oh,
How about we go look?
Yes,
Okay.
that sounds very good. Do you have one that's worth precisely 300 gold?
She kind of furrows her brow and it's like, that might be doable. Let me go check. And she pulls out this little jewel box that's behind the counter, lifts it up, opens the top, and she starts pulling out various gems. Like she's got rubies, she's got sapphires, amethysts, and some of these are big, some of these are small. You could definitely tell there's different value with them. Then she starts pulling out a small diamond. This one's probably only worth, and she kind of looks it over, 100 gold. Probably not what you're looking for. Oh, here we go. And she pulls out a larger one, like it fits in the palm of your hand. And she's looking over. Ooh, I don't know. This one might be worth 500. Is that going to be a problem, or?
That's a little bit more than I need.
Okay, let me look. Hold on. There's a couple more. Ah, and she finds one that's a little bit smaller. I would put this one at about 300 to 350.
300 and 350.
Somewhere in there.
Is it possible for me to barter you down, as people say?
Well, that depends. Can I get you guys anything else to go with this, or is this all you need today?
I look around at Tazir and Marcus.
Do you believe there's a couple items on your list that you could probably find around here?
Can I make just a general investigation to see if anything
Yeah.
snaps out at me?
Let me double check your
I
list.
don't think of
real quick.
anything that I need.
And I'll just ask, like, do you have any, like, really thick, dark curtains?
Oh yes, most definitely have something like that. And she kind of motions over to where there's like a lot of cloth and fabric type materials, and she says, "We can have this fashioned into a giant drape, and we can have it painted whatever color you want. It's like a see-through at the moment, but you figure if it has a certain coating of paint, it would definitely like. It's weird to even hear that being said, or dye, I should say, dye, not paint. We can have this dyed a dark color, and it'll definitely keep out any sunlight."
Can it just be black?
Sure, why not? We could do black. Black is easy to do. That's all the colors in the rainbow mixed into one bowl. We could do that right away. Matter of fact, I actually have black fabric over here that we could. She just keeps going on and on. Pulls out a long line of cloth that she can be, fashioned into a makeshift curtain right away. And she's, as you're looking around, make your investigation check, Marcus.
Yep.
Let me get back on the right page. I had to find this. All right. Yeah, 16. You can definitely see, like, there's serviceable chairs you could probably buy from her to get, like, seating by the table or whatnot. But this isn't like a fancy furniture store to where you can actually get the actual necessities. That might be even better place for your things. But if you just need something for the moment, you can definitely find some small stuff here. You can find pieces of alchemical lab that you could probably buy here as well. Some paints, you can definitely find paint. You can restock the pantry with kitchen tools as well, and she has like 3 different styles of tools that you can order or get. Let me kind of go over this one here real quick as I wrote this down. With the let's see, stove needs to be repaired by the fixer-upper. That's something that's just going to have to happen. But you can get pots and pans and kitchenware, and to get the necessities, it's 20 gold. But there's another pile with more fancy looking plates and forks for about 50 gold. And then there's this really nice set of dishes and pots and pans, and just glistening in the air as it has a label for 100 gold. So you have those 3 options to pick up for pots and pans and kitchenwares.
Alrighty. Trying to think if there's anything else that I just didn't write down.
As far as Bridget's concerned, though, that's like the only item she can get at her store for the house.
Okay.
I mean, you'll still be able
I
to
know
go
what I'll
elsewhere.
eventually have to-
Yeah, you can still go other places. And you can
Okay.
ask her where else you want to go as well. Alright, so with that, was there anything else you wanted to buy from her, though?
I'll just get the cheap pantry stuff.
Alright,
That's all we need.
So you're getting necessities. So you spend 20 gold, or 20 gold plus the 300, was it? You needed it to be valued at 300, right?
Yes, that would be very good. Thank you.
And how
very
much was for the curtain cloth?
I would say that would only run you a couple of silver, so you'll probably just pay for that yourself. But
Yeah.
she'll say, well, is there anything else besides the 2 items then I should ask? If not, if it's just those 2 items, I'll let you make a persuasion check with advantage since Marcus is buying with you. We'll have Bridget make the roll since she asked for it. 14. Not
With
bad.
advantage,
She'll
yeah.
tell you. See, so it would be 320. She says for you, I'll throw in the dishes. How about that? So 300 for all of it.
Thank you very much, Frigate. That's very kind of you.
Well, that is so kind of you to come into my store and buy these wares. Here you go, everybody. And she hands everything off. It's like, and thank you for your. Oh, somebody else just walked in. If there's not another thing I can do for you, let me go ahead and take care of another customer.
Not a
Hey,
problem.
Frigate.
Huckleberry Core was happy to shop here.
Absolutely, good to hear. Huckleberry Core. We'll keep that in mind. Amy, did you want to say something to her real quick?
Yeah, do you know of any artists in the area that may be able to paint up a pretty portrait of our company?
Oh, you're looking for an artist. I'll be with you in a minute. Come on in, take a look around. And she kind of thinks for a minute. You know what? Sylvan's son might actually be the one you want to talk to. I don't know where he's at right now, but Sylvan Smithersmon, he's up at his lab up north. You could probably stop by his office, pay him a visit, and ask about his son and say, hey, I heard he does great artwork, so you might be able to get something from him.
I'll do just that. Thank you, Frigate.
Oh, absolutely.
I take the diamond and I turn and I lean into Marcus and Tazir and I say, if you guys die, I can bring you back. Your lives are worth 300 gold exactly.
Wow, that's a lot more than I thought.
Oh man. And so begins. Where do you want to head to next? Or what do you want to do next? As Frigate goes over and deals with another customer, lulling them into a false sense of security before dropping every item in her store in their lap.
So the guy that went back to the house, what's he actually gonna be repairing? Just the
Well, he's
I
doing.
think he's surveying right now,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know.
he's checking the damage, seeing what all has to be done. He's going to write up a quote for you guys.
all right. So I guess like maybe go to a carpenter or something, get some like furniture.
We're going to call it Geoffrey's Furnishing. An elven man seems to run this place.
Okay.
I'm writing this information down. Meet my mechanical keyboard, which I didn't use before because the laptop went kaput. So yeah, you go to this place called Geoffrey's Furnishing, and this fine elven man. He looks like he's probably middle aged for an elf, and he kind of looks at you and discuss Tazir and probably Marcus too, since you're probably dark skinned as well, right?
Light gray for me.
Yeah, you're definitely not a bright color like him. He's got blonde hair,
I'm used to it.
pale white skin, these blue eyes that kind of shine out and judge you as you walk into his shop. Kind of gives a disgruntled look, but then he turns to the dwarf that enters in with you, or the dwarves, I should say. Good evening. How may I help you? And as you look around, you can see all kinds of benches, chairs, carpentry work, long benches, short benches, couches, all kinds of furnishing that you could ever hope to look for in this location.
Fernberg
we're actually-
says, "Oh,
No, what's
you can
Fernberg
go
gonna
back.
say? That's more important.
Yeah.
It's more important.
Fernberg says, we're looking for furniture
Well then,
for our new house."
you've
just-
come to the right place, dear dwarf. Please, come on in. And he still gives
Yeah,
a stink eye
okay.
to your other two friends. But he welcomes the dwarves. So, what in particular can I interest you in?
Fernberg doesn't really care that he discriminating against the two of them, so he's like proceeding as normal.
Yeah, I would figure as much.
And so Fernberg's like, yeah, we have a list, right, of everything that we need. Do we? I hope so.
He turns to you guys and looks at you. There's a list, right?
I
Ah.
slip over the list.
I see. Your
Alright.
servants have your list then. Let me look this over for you then. So you're needing...
They're not my servants. They're just guides. I don't know why we're with them, but we do stuff together.
I see. My condolences. So...
We are an adventuring company.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Alright then, let me get to the nail tack here. So you're looking to... let's see. So you're needing beds, I'm assuming, correct? And dressers and cabinets for each of the rooms. How many rooms are we decorating with needed?
Are we doing just our 7 rooms, or are we doing all 10?
Perhaps
I'm
7
not
as
there,
well
but
as
I'm
a guest.
thinking 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
8.
I
Should be
see.
9, right? We need to get a guest room.
Nice.
Oh, is it?
You guys can talk about it and decide. That's up to you. Guest room.
Like
probably won't be bad.
7 of us.
Let's
one,
just do 10
one room is the
so we
main
don't have to
room.
come back here ever again.
Very well. 10 beds. Now, as you can see, I have a wide selection here. And let me double check. Did I write down these prices for the beds themselves? Alright, so like your personal space, the bedrooms and whatnot, it's not as... I didn't really make out a list towards this, but you can get like a basic bed, which is just 20 gold. But if you want like a double or a more fluffy or exotic bed, it's going to be like 100 gold. But if you want like the full, like I say, when I say full, I mean full advantage of a bed. Like you want 4 post walls, you want the curtains dangling off, you want everything for this bedroom to be perfect. 500 gold and he can make it happen.
That's the bed bar wants, but you don't know that.
Yeah, you can definitely. So, as you can see, I have many selections. If you just want standard beds, they're 20 gold. I do have some very fine beds for 100 gold. And if you're artistic and appreciation for the fine arts of one such as I can be appreciated as so, I have these wooden post beds for 500 gold, and he has one on display. Satin and silk curtains falling off it. The bed sheets are perfect. It's whatever color you want it to be. These are probably a dark blue with many different colorations of pillows stacking up on the top. And it's just, he's very, very, it smells so fucking new. It smells new.
Alright, well, it says that Bar wants a huge bed. Does that mean he's spending his money? If it does, we're getting a huge bed for Bar. I guess that's really expensive, but
Well, 500
The
gold,
rest
and
of us.
he's gonna rest like a champ. I will guarantee you that.
just having beds,
Actually, I might. Okay, beds.
dresser, cabinet.
All right, I take that back. 20 gold for basic bed, bare minimum. If you want the luxury, it's 200 gold. If you want the exotic, it's 500 gold. So I was still right about that.
So I'm pretty sure we're all having basic beds except for Bar, who wants the huge. It says huge bed, so that's what.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want any furniture.
it's however you want to interpret
Oh,
it, and you can definitely.
Tazia has. Okay, so we're getting no furniture for Tazia.
Right. And I think we already marked off the thick curtains.
And then we're doing the main room into a reception area with nice furniture and couches. And we're
Ah.
doing structural repairs, and we're renovating the kitchen and yeah.
I see. Well, now I will go. Like, he got done showing you the beds, and he kind of takes you over to his couch selection. For a sufficient will-do couch, it's 25 gold, and he shows you these plain, ordinary couches, enough for about 3 people to sit on comfortably. And then he's like, but if you're into comfort, you might want something more luxurious. And he shows you these black leather couches for about 100 gold. And if that doesn't pique your fancy, like if you're out to entertain and actually display yourself in a very refined manner, maybe you would want one of these. And he shows you another couch that's labeled 300 gold, only has enough room for 2 people, but it looks like it is decked out, like it is this most beautiful silks been invested into it, and leather is placed just right. A lot of work went into this.
Alright, Marcus. Marcus, you said you were the one who wanted the reception. What do you want to do?
The
She's doing too good of a job of him.
Yeah, no, it's almost like he's here.
Comfortable leather couches might be good for people waiting.
The elf says he wants comfortable leather couches.
Just the luxurious ones or the exotic?
How much are they? The 100 gold ones?
The luxury are 100. The exotic ones are
Yeah.
300.
Yeah, the luxury ones.
Alright. Alright, take note of what you're wanting here and write it down, and I'll get it all situated here in just a second. You said you need benches as well. And you can see these long line benches. There's certain tables that have, like, I assume that you've probably got a lot of guests, so there, you might want one of these long benches. And these benches he's showing you sufficient, you know, it'll do 10 gold for one side, which means you'll need 2 of them, so 20 gold if you want to cover both sides. He has some luxury benches with added red velvet padding for per seat, and he says these here are 100 gold. And then he shows you another set of benches that are exotic, all padded, all velvet and silks, and he says these here are 250 gold.
I like the bench where you can sit on it. I'll take the 10 gold one.
Are you sure I can't interest you in a more comfortable bench? Otherwise, you're just sitting on wood.
It's a bench.
Fair
Of course
enough.
I'm sitting on wood.
Fair enough, but your ass could be cushioned by silks and pillows. So, clarify with me as a DM, what all are we getting at what levels? Because there is special things
We're getting-
about your furniture.
Yeah, we're getting. Only one of the beds is a fancy one, like the 500 gold bed. For
Wait, I
Bar.
know we weren't getting that. Buzz said he's gonna get it all later.
Oh, okay. He's gonna
I
get
mean,
it.
it
So
was
we're
on
only
the
guessing.
it was on the list. You can get it for him now if you want. It was on the list.
That being said, that's 500. That's like half the money. So, just
Yeah, yeah.
That's like all the money you have from the. All right, so you can't do that then. So you're getting the plain benches. What else?
We're getting the 100G couches,
The 100G couches.
and we're
What-
getting 8 beds, dressers, and cabinets for each room, excluding Tazir and Bar, because Bar is doing his own, and Tazir doesn't want any furniture.
All right, I need to back up a second. I might have.
And
told
I
you the
don't know
wrong
how much
information.
the beds cost.
All right, so the luxury chairs, like these are like lazy boys for 100 gold, and I might have told you the wrong number. I don't know, but the luxury couches are 250.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, 250
And
couches.
the exotic couches are 4,000 gold.
Oh, we're not getting the exotic couches.
All right, so you want to get a luxury couch still? I told you the wrong price.
And
So
then we're
it's-
getting basic beds, dressers, and cabinets.
So that's
or
40,
8 of them,
40
times
for the
8.
benches, 250 for the couch. And how many beds? And we're getting
8.
Basic beds, right? So that's 20 gold
Mhm.
each. Times 8 is 6. Wait. 120, right? Or am I doing math wrong? I'm probably doing math wrong. I know.
it's 160.
Yeah, I was doing.
I'm writing it all down.
Alright, cool, because I am too. Okay, so 160 for beds. And will there be anything else you require of us?
No, that's it. Apparently, we're really doing this. We're becoming roommates with these people, Bridget.
That's right. Yeah.
Very well then, let me go over the numbers real quick and I'll have my lads go ahead and get all this loaded up on a cart and sent over. And he'll ask you for the address and everything as he tallies up. So 450 gold will buy you all this stuff.
Alright.
I'm
I don't have any
gonna-
money. I look at Marcus.
I have 380 on me.
I gave them the bank book for the.
Oh,
Yeah, I said that before I left.
Oh, okay.
Is any signature other than yours viable though? Like, did we go over
Yeah.
that?
Oh no, it might not work.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're the financial advisor. You're supposed to be in charge of that bank book.
I mean, wouldn't you have
But
just like
okay,
signed it
there's
beforehand
500
and just left the number parts open?
There is 500 gold that was separate from the money, so I could say you guys have that.
Forge my name.
I don't think any of us are good enough to do that.
No,
I mean,
Well,
we
just
could just
keep our
pay it.
order. Keep our order.
Isn't everything
and
verified by magic anyway? Like, not to
Keep
be a
our order.
noosh.
all right,
Our
for the
guy
sake of fairness, for the,
come.
let me rotate this bit, and I'll go ahead and spin this a different way. For the sake of fairness and levity, we'll go ahead and say that the 500 gold that was floating around somewhere, you can use that, or we could say you pay for it with a check whenever he brings it to your estate, and then you guys can have it set up.
Payment on delivery.
We're gonna do the second one. Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Alright.
Bar's gonna come.
In that
Anyway.
case, you find people, and he only looks at the dwarves. Why don't you go ahead and head home? I'll have my boys take all your stuff out there, and we'll have it ready for you by the evening.
Hey, look at the company book just to make sure I was right on that.
Okay.
All right. That sounds good to the two of you as well, okay?
Because I'm like deliberately trying to include the elves.
All right. Actually, they were paid for some of that stuff themselves. Like she bought the gym for herself. Like Bridget, you used your money for the gym, right? Or were you?
Oh,
using-
yes.
Okay.
I used mine
No,
for
I
the
use my own money.
You used yours for the kitchenware?
Yeah.
Alright, so you can leave that balance alone. Now, the bed, chairs, couches, and benches. I think you're wrong on the benches. There's only needed 2 of them. So that's 40 gold. And
Okay.
they
Just
only
making
bought...
absolutely sure I'm not screwing this up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I got a luxury couch for 250. Plain benches is 40, and all the beds are 160. Is what I got.
Okay.
So the chair can
That's
probably,
it. You can-
unless
you
you
can keep
guys
going.
want,
Sorry.
or did you want the chairs too? Were you wanting the
Hmm?
chairs too? Because I told you a price that was not for the armchairs, and that's what he's got in there still. The price for the chair. Sufficient is 25 gold
Well-
on a chair. Luxury is 100, and these are like lazy boy type chairs. Like one person sits in it, it's their master chair, so to speak. And then there's an exotic chair for 300 gold. So if
Well,
you,
we'll buy 2 chairs, and that way it's 5G, and that money is gone, and we've bought a lot of furniture,
all right, there you go.
and we don't have to think about the 50G anymore.
All right, so put 2 luxury chairs down, and all these furnitures, depending upon what level you bought it at, will probably have an influence on your place.
200.
So 2 luxury chairs, and all the beds were plain. Okay. And if that is everything, I will have that sent to your estate right away. And you can see all these.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you can see several humanoids coming in. orcs or half orcs, humans, elves, all kind of lifting furniture, carrying it out to a giant cart out front. And now you're free to go do whatever else you want to do for the rest of the day.
Did we decide that we were going to do the graveyard thing tonight, or are we doing it later?
We should be meeting with the mage of who was mentioned as being at the Guildhall. Afternoon, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
I would say with all the shopping, shuffling around, organizing everything, and trying to get everything ironed out, it's going to take till about noon for everything to kind of get accomplished. And you guys make it back to the estate, where you see Bar going over with the half-orc who is constantly walking through the room saying, I see, yeah, that board's going to have to come down and we're going to have to take this apart. Oh, that support beam is looking kind of weak, but for the most part, everything else seems to be intact. We'll get that stair replaced. We can divvy up that fireplace, get it cleaned out properly, and get that kitchen taken care of. And he's kind of going over all these minor repairs that he kind of bundles it up. And he's like, let's see. Wood, and that, and this, and that. I'd put the budget for the repairs to be around 500 gold, but be ready just in case we find something that we did not expect. So 500 is the initial quote with, give it a little leeway up or down. If I can make it work for less, I'll do it. But if it's going to cost more, I'm going to ask you to pay for that when it comes up. But if I don't find anything beyond what we've already seen, shouldn't be a problem. He's saying this to you, Bar. What do you want to reply to him as?
Okay. When would you think that you would be done with this?
This project could probably take about a weekend or so. Maybe a week even. This place is kind of huge, but we work pretty fast. Yeah, give us a week. We could probably do this. Go ahead and make your deposit, though. I asked for half up front, and then you can pay us the other half at the end. And if you got one of them checks, we'll go ahead and take that and use that as your deposit.
Okay. I will put 250 down on that.
Alright, and so you will pay 250 to that, and you will owe 250 when it's done. So I'm going to put renovations, 250 down now, 250 when done. And he kind of puts the pencil behind his ear and says, is there anything else?
None at the moment.
Alright, so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to get a couple boys over here and try to get your kitchen working. You guys ain't going to be in the kitchen area, I take it, so we're going to go ahead and start there. And then I'll kind of let you know what rooms we're going to start knocking out. We should probably be able to do those rooms within one night. So, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, we'd be done with them. I'll get them started on it right away, though. And he kind of turns and nods to the others as you're all walking in. Good day. I'm going to go ahead and get my boys out here and we'll get this place fixed up for you, alright? Quiet bunch. Alright, then. I'm off. He gets on his horse, goes on his way. The afternoon is now finally here. It's breaking clouds, a little bit chilly. It's starting to turn into late fall, getting close to those winter months. What would you guys like to do now?
Fernberg goes over to Bar and lets him know about the bed. He says, alright, Bar, you have to go get your own bed if you want a fancy bed, like it said on the note.
Oh, okay.
And if you try and take Bridget's money or my money, just know that I'm watching you.
Damn, way too good.
Okay.
Alright. So with that information gained, what else are we doing?
Are we going to go to the Guildhall, everybody?
Well, we need to meet up with this white mage.
All right. Is that
Seems
what
like a really on the nose name.
Maybe it's a professional name. Maybe she didn't have a last name before. It's a bit like Marcus Dreadknight.
Ah, that makes sense.
I can respect that.
Uh,
Thanks for
you all
justifying my
went,
characters.
furniture shopping, correct? Did they say when this was going to be delivered?
And you hear horses coming in with this giant freight behind it and all the furniture that your folks just, ordered being piled.
They said right about now.
Yeah. All right, start unloading. And you see all these guys start carrying in beds and chairs and everything.
Okay, so the shack out, to the side.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to clear a path to the cellar there.
All right.
Okay.
Well, what do you want done? Like, are you asking them to bring something down?
Could you all put that in there? The house is currently under renovation, and the beds probably could go there, but the rest would probably be in the way for them.
Okay, so you want them to stack all the furniture underneath the shack's hiding hole. Right?
Unless, do you guys want them to just go ahead and put the stuff in?
I mean, if it's not going to inconvenience the renovators obscenely, there's no real point to put it somewhere else just to move it later because we won't have people helping later.
Yeah.
Sure, we could just actually put it all in the main room.
Just have them put it in the rooms, dude. It's fine.
Okay.
Alright.
I was thinking of the renovation.
I know, but they can. That way, the renovators can move it for you instead of having,
Okay.
Let the renovators worry about it. So yeah, you start showing them where to put the beds, where to put the couches, the benches, and yeah, the one good piece of furniture that was left in this hall was that giant dining room table, which is like solid oak, and these two benches get placed down and they fit evenly on both sides, enough room for 10 plus people to sit on each side. So with that, one of the guys who are in charge of the crew kind of walks up. All right, so who's paying the other half, or who's paying the delivery and everything? Pay on delivery.
I will raise my hand and start walking toward them.
All right, and they will tell you the price that they were told to tell you guys.
Okay.
I think we
did that
clarified. Yeah, I think we clarified.
Oh,
So you sign off a
I
check.
doubt they would go down on that.
Yeah, I doubt so too. Nobody did any persuading. And, they're out of the office. So you go ahead and pay for all that. And with that, you guys are like, okay, all the furniture's here. The renovation's going to be starting. But we can go back to work. Let's go meet this Tierra Light Mage. So you all start heading back to town, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Off to the
Yes.
guild. Alright. And as you enter into the guild hall, you can definitely see a few patrons that you're familiar with by now, a couple of usuals, and then there's this one out of place figure who is dressed in a gray robe, long auburn hair, a staff next to her, and a silver cord tied around her waist. She seems to be drinking a little bit of ale or something as she's kind of waiting around. And the clerks kind of, like the clerks who are on the open floor. Oh, yeah, you guys are the ones who are going to take care of the graveyards, right?
That's right.
You got
We're
them missing.
Huckleberry Cool.
All right, good thing my boy got out there and got that missive to you. So, let me do some introductions for you. And he invites you in, and he says, Tierra Light Mage. Yes, and she stands up and looks over to the crowd. Ah, hello. How are you all doing? This is Tierra Light Mage. She is the second hand to Spencer Sinear, who runs the Arcana. So, if you're looking for someone who is right underneath the headmaster, here she is. She definitely has his ear. She's like, look, you don't have to flatter him. It's fine. But yes, I am here in capacity to investigate these strange happenings. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
And a pleasure to meet you. I take a great personal interest in these matters.
Her staff is glowing a soft blue light at the moment. I see. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
My name is Bridget. I'm from a small village called Dustcrest.
Oh,
Just
it's
my friend.
Vanberg, and he says, and then I look around expectantly at everyone else.
and
I'm
Marcus
a-
Dreadnought.
Pleasure to meet you.
Marcus, pleasure. Who
Make
was-
Gideon.
My, you're awfully short for such a tall person. Tries to offer you a smile. And who else?
I'm Bar.
Bar. Pleasure. And Tazir, I think you chimed in there too, didn't you?
Yeah, I just said like, my name's Jazir, and that's all I say.
Very good, very good. And she gives a slight bow to you all, and she kind of holds her staff out. So, to be made aware of that there's been these strange visages, ghost-like activity, as some would say, hauntings. I don't know the details, but I am here in the best capacity of the Arcana to help investigate these matters. Is there anything you can offer me in this situation?
More than just investigating, this is an abomination in the eyes of life and everything that that we should hold.
Everything that we should hold.
Dear?
Yeah, dear. I've
Yeah.
forgotten a word.
There
Sorry.
you go, you're fine. Dear. Okay, but no, she nods to you knowingly. Yes, I'm now I'm getting word crossed. Very aware that the clergy of many gods can definitely see this as an abomination, and we would like to rectify that as soon as possible. So, where should I meet you guys? What's the situation? And anything you've heard in town, like rumors or events that might help us suss out what we're dealing with?
Maybe you guys can describe the events of last night.
Which is what she was trying to make you do, but she had to have to tell you.
Well, we are only so far away from this location.
But don't look at Gideon. It's his shtick.
No, what was that, Gideon?
So don't look at Gideon about that retard comment. Like, that's his whole shtick.
Yeah, you're.
So there were signs at our house last night of I heard laughing and a bright light shining through the windows, but beyond that I couldn't tell you much more.
I see, and she kind of turns for a minute, and her staff turns a light blue color now, as she writes down in her notes. So there was, like, buildings, you said? Or what are you telling me exactly?
I just saw lights coming from outside.
Lights outside, okay. So, and you heard children. Okay.
Yes.
About what hour was it that you heard these noises?
Would I have known that time? It was early morning, before daylight.
Yeah, that's about the most you can suss out. However, Tazir might have a better understanding about the actual time.
It kind of like, well, I was in my trance at first, but when I woke up, it was like around midnight, and it already started.
So around the twilight hours. Very well. So, sussing out with these details, we can kind of make out that it's probably happening right there at midnight or so. So when do you guys want to meet up and head out? I mean, I'm free at whatever time tonight, because it's going to be a night job and it's going to take whoever is willing.
I'm more than willing. I'm eager to go whenever you want.
Well, that's fine for you, young lass. I appreciate that. Don't worry about it, Artemis. We'll get to it. She says out loud, not actually to any of you in particular.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. Is there anything else you could tell me?
Just that I am ready whenever you are.
Midnight. 12 o'clock a.m. Sound good for you guys?
That's good for me.
Very well. Where should I meet you? Or I could either meet you at the entrance to the graveyard or somewhere else beforehand. Might be wiser to maybe even go a little bit earlier, maybe? I mean, I am at your disposal. You're supposed to be protecting me. What is convenient for me to have for you to come with?
You can come with us to our house, and we can wait until then.
Oh, it wouldn't hurt, would it? And you see her staff turn a light green color. Well, very well then. We'll be more than happy to come with you. I mean, I'll be more than happy to come with you. And with that, you invite her out. Anything else you want to do at the guild hall, or are we just heading back? Crickets, go away.
I can't think of anything.
Alright, so
Nothing I can think of.
here's what's going to happen. We're going to go ahead and close the session down now as we get ready to invite Tierra into the party. And she will go with you guys next week to investigate the graveyard. Good game, guys.
Yay.
Yay.
I'll
yeah.
get Vizier next time. You won't escape me again.
Yeah, until you run into that moral dilemma. But with
There's
that,
less of a moral
I
dilemma
don't
and
think
more like-
Tazea cared about the moral dilemma.
Yeah,
well, no,
it was
that's
a
not-
real easy choice for me.
Yeah. Well,
It was
don't
more
know.
like
I
I
don't know.
want to have the help of my friends to do it, because I don't know what my chances would be by myself.
I
Morality had gone out the window a long while back.
I would have loved to have seen you take him one-on-one.
As far as Bar is concerned, he's fought side by side with us. So I mean,
Yeah, it's an interesting conundrum. But yeah, we'll go over that outside of game. But anybody watching Twitch, appreciate you stopping by. We watched Huckleberry Core get their core going, and they're getting their place decorated and refurbished and everything else, and fixing to go on one of their first task missions next Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Join us 12 p.m. Central on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon as we go back to another part of Tynac, maybe? We have yet to find out because we're currently on the ocean. Just got done seeing 2 storm giants chase off Lindsay and some girl who she barely knows. It's gonna be wild, gonna be crazy. Look forward to that, and then we'll join you guys again next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Oh boy, I hope you guys don't meet. But with that, I'll go ahead and leave it there. And do you hear the calling? You know, the chaotic calling.